Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So now let's do SPM. So I'm doing SPM 2023 real past year, okay? Paper 2. If you haven't watched the paper 1, I will put the link somewhere, okay? You can find it in my channel, okay, my dear. I also have SPM 2021 full set and SPM 2022 full set as well, okay? Let's get started. Under compared to SPM 2022, I really feel like SPM 2023 paper 2 is kind of easy. Like the easy one is like legit easy, like you see the first questions, okay? The moment I look at it, I straight away know they are under Form 4 Chapter 3, our favorite chapter, System of Equation. Solve the following simultaneous equation, which is exactly simultaneous equation lah. So solve means find the unknowns out. What unknown you guys can see inside? TQR. So that means you have to find 3 unknown, 3 variables. So guys, normally I like to write out all the equations separately. I don't like them squeezed together, okay? A bit OCD lah. So my dear, this is what I can write out. So for that particular chapter, right, from 4 chapter 3, you guys can use sub method to do, can use eliminations to do. Normally my students, I see them, they're using sub method more. So I will use sub method as well. So when I look at it, whichever is the simplest, I will call it as equation 1. I look at all of them also quite complicated. Now, I choose the left side one, okay? So my dear, single Q or single R or single P make no difference. So you can choose any of them, okay? Let's say I choose single Q. So negative Q, I move it over positive Q. So 2P minus R plus 6, move it over minus 6. Okay lah, I call this equation 1. So another one, I call it equation 2. And another one, I call it equation 3. So now, let's start to do sub. So I sub 1 into 2. I highlight it so that you guys are able to see it. So I sub this one inside here. So isn't it P plus 2? The Q, isn't it 2P minus R minus 6? Minus 4R equivalent to 8. Let me expand it. 2, isn't it 4P? 2 times R, 2R. 2 times 6, 12. Minus 4R equivalent to 8. Those you guys can combine them together. So P plus 4P, isn't it 5P? Negative 2R minus 4R, negative 6R. Minus 12, move it over, plus 12 is 20. Not sure how to continue because the P and R look quite ugly. Never mind, I continue sub another one, yeah? So my dear, sub the simple one into the complicated one. Because in this case, right, whenever you sub, you guys can make 2 unknowns. From 3 unknowns, you guys will reduce it to 2 unknowns. So now, let's try to sub. 3P plus, the Q is 2P minus R minus 6. So I sub the whole thing inside here. Minus R equivalent to 2. 3P plus 2P, 5P. Negative R minus R, negative 2R. Minus 6, move it over, plus 6. Isn't it 8? On this case, I realized already. You see, just now got PQR, now only got P and R, P and R. Most important, the P is the same amount. So if I'm you, I will just stay with 5P. So minus 6R, move it over, plus 6R. Okay lah, I call this equation 4. I can call this equation 5. Because now I can sub the 5P inside this 5P. No need to make it single P, 5P is fine, my dear. So now, isn't it, you guys can sub 4 into 5. So sub it in, isn't it 20 plus 6R minus 2R equivalent to 8? So I think 4R will equivalent to negative 12. And R answer, do you guys get negative 3? That. So R, you guys get it already. Then now I think I can sub back to maybe equation 4 or equation 5 to find out the P answer. Let's say I like equation 4 more. So if you guys press calculator, 20 minus 18, isn't it 2? So P answer, do you guys getting 2 over 5? So P, I get the answer. R, I get the answer. I think the last one, I can find the Q. Let's say I sub back to my equation 1. Actually, whichever equation also can, whichever you prefer lah. So I like equation 1 because the equation 1 look quite nice already, I think. So we can sub inside. So 2 times 2 over 5 plus 3 minus 6. We're getting negative 11 over 5 for our Q. Just like that. And this question worth 5 marks. So where's the 5 marks? When you get substitute inside 1 marks, when you sub inside 1 marks, okay? When you sub again, combine them together, 1 marks, and then getting the answer. Oh yeah, I know already. These two sub, okay, sorry. This one and this one sub inside get 1 marks, this one sub inside get 1 marks, getting the answer 1, 2, 3 marks. So like that, this question worth 5. Isn't it, this question is a very good start. So I think that year, those candidates, they're having a very great confidence on the starting, I think, okay? Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, for new students, yeah, whenever I 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then I will go next. If I'm way too fast for your liking, you can slow me down. You can make it even faster. This is YouTube. You can control exactly my speed or anything. You can pause me also, okay? You don't like me, you can go away also, okay? Right here. So let's move on. Next one, question 2. They say, diagram 1. I look at it, I straight away know, my dear, this question isn't it under Form 4, Chapter 8, vector. a chapter that you guys usually quite good on, okay? So they say diagram 1 shows a quadrilateral BCDE. Quadrilateral, that means 4 corner, and a right angle triangle ABC. So ABC is a right angle triangle at 90 degree. Next, they say it's given that AB is 2x. Okay, my dear, remember to draw arrow. Arrow is very important. So A go to B is 2x. Next, they say AC is 3y. So isn't it A go to C is 3y? Other than that, they are giving you AB equals to 2 over 3 AE. So AB equals to 2 over 3 AE. From this, they try to give you what? Ratio. So ratio, guys, always just make them a fraction. I like to put alphabet on the left side, number on the right side. Times AE, move it over, isn't it? Divide by AE. So now I know the top one, ratio the bottom one, equivalent to the top one, ratio the bottom one. Now I can write it out. So I know AB is 2. Okay, this ratio is 2. AE is 3. Look carefully, everyone. AE is the whole thing. Okay, I shouldn't use blue. I shouldn't use red. I use pink. So this one 3. So the whole thing 3, that one 2, this one should be 1. Correct? If I'm able to write the vector out straight away, I will write the vector out straight away. You see? 2 ratio is 2x. Hello? 1 ratio, 1x law, correct? Write the arrow out, okay? Next, what else they say? Next one, they say C go to D. C go to D is 1 over 3x plus y. Okay, this is every single thing they provide. So this is everything I'm able to write. Just in case you guys couldn't see, those I highlighted with yellow color is the one got vector. So it's just trying your best. Keep walking the yellow color one. It should make your life quite easy one, okay? Now, let's start from A1. A1, guys, you want to find B walk to C. So I want to walk from B to C. So B walk to C, isn't it exactly can walk a yellow color path? So let's walk that. So isn't it B cross to A and then A go to C? So B go to A is the value of this arrow. Please put negative, yeah? A go to C is following the arrow. Isn't it the answer? Negative 2x plus 3y. That. Let's move on to the second one. The second one, they're going to find what? ED. So from E walk to D, yeah? So guys, E is here, D is here. How do I walk? I can walk one whole path like that. Isn't it? Again, can get the answer. So I can from E walk to A, and then from A walk to C, and then from C walk to D. Okay, so E walk to A is what? This one X, this one 2X. Actually, the whole line is 3X. So the whole line is actually positive 3X. The value of it, isn't it, negative 3X, and then plus 3Y, and then continue plus 1 over 3X plus Y. So combine those, you guys can combine. Negative 3 plus 1 over 3, I guess getting negative 8 over 3 for the X part. 3Y plus 1Y, isn't it 4Y? Okay, just like that. Negative 8 over 3X plus 4Y. Done. So this part worth 3 marks. This one 1. The moment you guys combine this one 1, because actually included just now the ratio thing. And this one 1 marks, okay? So with all this, let's move on. B. B, they say what? Let me flip down a bit. Show. Oh, later on write the word shown. Show that ED, BC are parallel. That means ED and BC definitely is parallel, my dear. You definitely need to write the word shown. But of course, you need to prove that lah. How do you guys prove that, my dear? So whenever they are parallel, of course, they're having the same gradient. But of course, this chapter don't have gradient lah. So this chapter is talking about parallel, right? They will have ratio. So guys, remember, whenever they say parallel, or they say collinear, or they say straight line, it all represent they will have a ratio. But you don't know what is their ratio value, right? So normally I like to use lambda to represent their ratio, okay? So you can use other unknowns also. But if there's normally I'm using lambda, okay? So now they say ED and BC are parallel. So in between ED and BC, I will put a lambda in between. Is it ED and BC? Yes, ED and BC, okay? So my dear, you put a lambda in between. So you want to prove that they are parallel, the lambda must be the same. Not sure why I say, never mind, show you guys. First, the ED. The ED answer you guys already get. Negative 8 over 3x plus 4y equals to lambda BC. BC also you guys get it already, right? Isn't it negative 2x plus 3y? So now, let me expand it. So negative 2 lambda x. Always the x and the y, write it at the back part, okay? Isn't it until here? Until here, how do I continue? Remember, vector most important is compare. Because under vector, you guys always got x, y, those wave thing, right? Those not very important, my dear. So you want to ignore it. You want to ignore it, you always compare. So you see left side got 1x, right side got 1x. Isn't it the one in front of x and the one in front of x? Suppose they should be the same. So negative 8 over 3 should equivalent to negative 2 lambda. Therefore, lambda should equivalent to what? Negative 8 over 3 divided by negative 2. Or lambda should be 4 over 3. So can you write proven? No, my dear, it doesn't mean they are parallel, right? So try to show another one as well. So isn't it in front of y, this is 4. In front of y, this is 3 lambda. Of course, your y and my y should be the same. We're writing equal already, right? So times, move it over, divide. Oh, good one. Why good one? Because both lambda, I get the same value. So if I can get the same value, definitely they are parallel. But of course, whenever they are parallel, you don't stop there. You must write nicely as if like they are a ratio. So the 4/3, you need to sub back into the name. So you're going to write ED equals to 4/3 BC. Need to write back like that, okay? So they ask you to show, right? So I get this, I write the word show. That 2 marks, my dear. So the moment you guys combine them together, 1 marks. The moment you're able to get 4/3, 1 marks. Easy, 5 marks. How? Feel good or not, my dear? If you guys just done 2022, you guys come to 2023, you feel like, so easy one, man. Yeah lah, so easy one. My dear, move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Question 3, they say, a closed cylindrical. Okay, cylindrical. You know what cylindrical or cylinder shape? Okay, let me draw for you guys just in case you guys don't understand. So this is how a cylinder shape look like. Okay, a closed one. There's a cover. Okay, so it has a height of h meter. Okay, it's a height of h meter. The radius is r meter. That's what they say lah. Next one, the tank now can be fully filled with water 125/4 pi meter cube. Guys, I saw meter cube. I straight away know this thing, the one they provide, is a volume. So fully filled, that means actually the whole water bottle can actually have the volume of this. So volume is 125/4 pi. Fully filled, okay? It's not half one or what, it's like full one, okay? So it's the volume for the whole bottle is this one now, okay? So they say pi using 3.142. So with all this, let's start from A. A, they say what? Find the total surface area of the tank in terms of pi and r. So I don't know what chapter also. I mean, I still don't know yet, okay? But the A quite obvious is mathematics only lah. So they want you to form an equation out because they say in terms of pi and r. Your answer got pi, got r inside. So total surface area, normally I like to use alphabet A to represent it, okay? How do we do total surface area for cylinder? I hope you guys all memorize the formula. So total surface area formula for cylinder is 2 pi r squared plus 2 pi RH. Please memorize it. Okay. So you see SPM not provide one. Sometimes they provide, sometimes they don't provide. You see this one they don't provide. So you're going to know about that. So 2 pi. So what is your R? Don't know. What's your H? Don't know. So R you can still write R. But I don't think H you can write H. You know how I know? Because when I look at the questions, they say in terms of R, pi. So pi can stay, R can stay, H cannot stay. How do you guys find out the H there? That's why this question gonna give you what? The only thing they give you is volume. Don't you feel like you need to do the volume? So what's the volume formula for cylinder leh? Isn't it volume formula for cylinder is pi r square H. So you guys can write pi r square H literally equivalent to 125/4 pi. From there, you can get H actually equivalent to what? I got pi, you got pi, cut, disappeared. So H equivalent to times r square, move it over, divide by r square. Oh, H can be 125/4 r square. So now you guys can sub inside 125/4 r square. So once you guys sub inside, now I think you guys can just, expand it. So here got r, here got square, cut, no more. 2 and 4 cut, left 2. Isn't it, you guys left 125 pi over 2r? See, this is what I get, whatever I'm getting. This is the area equations that I'm getting. So my dear, just like that, done. The first 3 marks is here. So when you combine them, 1 marks. When you get this answer, 1 marks. When you're doing pi r square H equivalent to 125/4 pi, you guys get another 1 mark. So this part with 3 marks, okay? So these 3 marks done. Let's move on. B. B, they say what? The tank is made of a material. So of course, this tank, made by a material, okay? The material is cost 720 ringgit per meter square. The per meter square, quite obvious, is talking about the sizing. And a meter square, obviously, is the area. So that means every single meter square, they cost you 720 ringgit, okay? So it need to depends on how many meter square you needed lah. So actually, it depends on total surface area. So never mind, you guys already formed the equation out. Now they say calculate. Fine. Find what? Find the minimum cost of the material required to make the tank. Guys, I straight away know which chapter already. Can you tell me which chapter? Form 5, chapter 2. You know how I so sure it's Form 5, chapter 2? Because I saw the word minimum. So guys, think twice. Whenever you guys can see the word minimum, maximum, turning point, stationary point, isn't it your mind must think of a formula called dy dx equals 0. So that's why you guys should be doing this, okay? So you want to find the minimum cost. Actually, minimum cost depending on minimum area. Because your cost depend on your size. And your size is the area, correct? So actually, it's minimum area. So minimum area, of course, is not dy dx lah. It's called dA. If minimum volume, dV. Minimum y, dy. Minimum area, dA. dA, d what? dr. Don't tell me, teacher, how you know dA, dr? Teacher, cannot dA, dH? Cannot. Because I realized my A equation is in terms of r. So my A equation is in terms of r. Of course, I can only get dA, dr. So write dA, dr. Understand, my dear? So guys, now how do you guys get dAdr? So continue from your area equation just now. So differentiate from there. Okay, so now can I start differentiate? No, because my R is at the bottom. So whenever you guys want to differentiate, please make sure your R is on top. So if your R is at the bottom, just bring it up. Nothing there, power 1. Bring up, power -1. The 2 stay at the bottom, the number is fine, one can stay at the bottom forever, one, okay? Now let's start to differentiate it, dAdr. So times and then -1. So 2 times 2, isn't it 4? Power -1, isn't it 1? So -1 times this, -125 pi. Power -1, isn't it -2? The over 2, still over 2. So remember, dAdr will equal to 0. You guys can write 0 straight away. Equivalent to 4 pi r minus 125 pi. I don't like power negative, so at the end, you guys can keep them back down. Become power 2. Isn't it? This is your dAdr. So now, continue move around to get the answer. Minus, move it over plus. 125 pi over 2r squared will equivalent to 4 pi r. Continue move around to get the answer. Divide, move up times 8 pi r cubed, equivalent to 125 pi. So here got pi, cut, no more. Times 8, move it over, divide by 8. I guess getting 125 over 8. So cube, move it over, become cube root. So cube root this answer, I guess getting the answer 5 over 2. Square root only need to write plus minus. Cube root no need one, my dear. All the odd number no need. All the even number need. Okay, so this is the answer already. So the radius is actually 5 over 2. So 5 over 2 is what? It's the minimum radius. But of course, I'm not finding minimum radius. I'm finding minimum area. So how do I find the minimum area? So my dear, now you guys just need to sub inside your area equation. Area equation is this one. 2 pi r squared plus 125 pi over 2r. So since you guys know that your r now is 5 over 2, which is actually 2.5 also can. Decimal also can, fraction also can. You guys can now sub inside. So isn't it 2.5 squared plus 125 pi over 2 times 2 times 5, 2.5. So 2 times 2.5 squared plus 125 over 5. Okay, are you guys getting 37.5 pi? You want to write in decimal also can. I mean, you want to press the pi also can. Don't want to press the pi also can. I don't like I like to write in terms of pi. So guys, this is the area of that. Okay, so this is the area. So once I got the area, so my dear, I look at the answer. They don't really have marks for that part, but just in case one day they have marks, so usually I will encourage my students to check whether they are really minimum or maximum. How do you guys check whether they are minimum or maximum? You guys will do d2y dx squared. Guys, for those who don't know, I show you d2y dx squared, if you guys get a positive answer, that means they are happy face. Happy face, the turning point is at the bottom, so it's a minimum. If you get a negative, then they are sad face. Sad face, that means the turning point is on top, then it's maximum. But if d2y dx squared, you get 0, then they are actually inflation point. Okay, I hope you guys all remember those names. Okay, so now, my dear, so now, how do I continue? How do I continue get that point? Okay, guys, sorry. Let's continue. So now the area you guys will actually sub inside. This is the minimum area. So now you want to double check whether they are really minimum or not. So isn't it you guys already get your dAdr? So from your dAdr, you guys can differentiate it one more time to check whether they are positive or negative to prove that they are seriously a minimum. Maybe your answer is a maximum. Who knows, right? So sometimes you will get two answers. One answer minimum, one answer maximum. So you need to choose also. So that is how you guys choose. See whether which one represent minimum, which one represent maximum. So 1 times 4 pi, power -1, no more r. Negative times this one, positive. So 2 times 125, so it's 250. Power -1, -3. The over 2 still over 2. So my dear, like that, isn't it? This one over 2 is 125. So the r can move it to the bottom. Don't tell me, teacher, I don't know positive or negative. Yes, I also don't know because there's an R there. But your R, you guys already know is what? 2.5. Isn't it can sub 2.5 inside? See? Your R, isn't it 2.5 cube? So 125 divided by 2.5 cube plus 4. I guess getting 12 pi. Oh, so what do 12 pi represent? Isn't it 12 pi? That means they are more than 0. So whenever they're more than 0, that means they are happy face. Happy face, that means they are legit a minimum point. So whatever I getting is a minimum. Check already, fact check, okay, my dear? But of course, don't stop here. Because after all, this question never ask you to find minimum radius, never ask you to find minimum area, because they want to find minimum cost. So how do you guys find minimum cost? So my dear, the area that you guys having now, isn't it should times the price for every single meter square. So every single meter square is RM 720 ringgit. So isn't it using the size times RM 720 ringgit, then you guys will know how much cost it is. Remember the pi using 3.142. So press 3.142 times 720 ringgit. I guess getting RM 84,834 ringgit. That is the minimum answer, just like that. Okay, how many marks here? 4 marks. The moment you differentiate it and equals to 0, they give you 1 marks. The moment you're able to get the you sub inside get the area equation, that you get 1 marks. The moment you get 84 ringgit, 834 ringgit, you guys get 1 marks. The moment you guys able to get your radius answer out, another 1 mark. 4 marks here, 3 marks there. Together, this question worth 7. Don't know what you feel. I feel like it's still quite easy. Okay, let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. I repeat again, if I'm way too fast, you guys can pause me on, okay? So question 4, I look at it, I straight away know this question is under Form 5, Chapter 6, trigonometry function. Got pi, this one. It's kind of obvious it's the tangent graph, right? So that's why it's that chapter, okay? So A, they say diagram 2, this one shows y equals to tangent x plus c. So my dear, actually this chapter, right, only got 4 types of questions. Solve, proof, ribbon, and sketch graph. Quite obvious, this question never asks you to sketch graph, but they sketch a graph for you. So they're testing your sketch graph knowledge. So they already tell you this graph there is this equation. 100% is this, okay? Then they say it's from 0 until P, which I don't even know where is P lah. So such that C and P are constant. Now, nothing else they say already. They just say find the value of C and find the value of P. Okay, first thing first, I hope you guys know how to draw an original graph. So I hope you guys know for y equals to tangent x graph. So isn't it tangent x is one tangent graph? Isn't it one tangent graph is exactly like this? This is one tangent graph. So if nothing happened, isn't it this tangent graph always starting from 0, correct? But now your tangent graph, got what? Got a plus c. So plus 2 means move up 2 steps. Minus 2 means move down 2 steps. So how do I know whether you move up or move down? You compare. You see, supposedly my starting is 0. Now I look at your graph, your graph starting negative 1 more. That means what? You minus 1 lah. Isn't it you minus 1, only the whole graph will go down 1 step, correct? Therefore, straight away can write C answer is negative 1. Guys, don't tell me teacher working, no working. This one, actually, you look at it, you can realize yourself. So C equals to negative 1, straight away they will give you 1 marks based on that. That means straight away they will give you the marks, okay? So now, my dear, other than that, they will find P. How do you guys find P there, my dear? So P is actually this value. So this value, how do you guys do it? Super easy. This point, this value, isn't it come from a point? Isn't it the point is on the curve? So isn't it if they are on the curve, you can sub the equation back to the curve equation. You can sub the point back to the curve equation. Very easy, what? You come from there, obviously I can sub inside. So my dear, now my y is negative 2. My x is p. Isn't it plus c? Remember your c is minus 1, yeah? Minus 1, move it over plus 1. So move around to get your answer. So P answer, tangent, move it over, shift tangent. Remember, when you press shift tangent, never press negative, okay? So negative, you never press. Shift tangent 1. So I guess getting 45 degree. But please don't stop here. Why cannot stop here? Because whenever you press shift side, shift cause shift tangent, you guys must check your all science teacher crazy. So now my tangent is what? Negative. So tangent negative, isn't it always circle other people's house? So if you are positive, you will circle A and T. But if you are negative, you will circle other people's house, isn't it? S and then C. So guys, I hope you guys have basic. S answer is always 180 minus the original answer. Isn't it 135? For C answer, it's always 360 minus original answer. This one all is basic. I expect you guys know. 315. Okay, my dear. So that is the 2 answer. But I hope you guys understand that P located here. This is pi. Do you remember what is pi? Pi is actually 180 degree. Isn't it that means your P answer should definitely more than 180 degree. Cannot less than, correct, my dear? So quite obvious your P answer should be 315 degree instead of 135 degree. But do you think you get the marks already? No, because they write in pi. So that means they write in rad. You cannot write in degree. You're going to convert this degree to rad as well. So I saw the answer at the back. They didn't really convert, but definitely be safe and convert it, because supposedly you should tally with the graph itself. So now I will times pi over 180, because from degree change it to rad, it's always times pi over 180. Hopefully you guys remember. 315 divided by 180. Don't press the pi. isn't it the answer 7 over 4 pi? That. Okay, I tell you the marks, you will feel angry, right? So this one 1 marks, this one 1 marks. 2 marks. Okay, but that one legit need to do like that now, okay? So this one that, let's move on. B. B, they say what? For the following questions, give your answer in the simplest fraction form in terms of pi radian. So my dear, they want you to do this and the answer must be in simplest form. That's what they say lah. And then they say in terms of pi. So remember, all the answer must in terms of pi, cannot be degree form, yeah? So my dear, the first one. The first one, they say solve. Solve means find, find the unknowns out. 2 cos x equivalent to -1. The answer must from pi until 3 pi. Okay, let's try to do it. So the moment you guys see this, I think all of you guys know how to do. First, move away the 2. After that, just cos, move it over, shift cos. Remember, shift cos, never press the negative, only press the number itself. Do you guys get 60 degrees? So I repeat again, same like the previous question. You guys must check your all science teacher crazy. So now I'm doing a cos, and isn't it my cos is negative now? If my cos is positive, I will circle A and C. If my cos is negative, isn't it I will circle other people's house, isn't it S and T? So remember, if you never circle the original A, then your answer don't have 60. So don't have 60, write a brand new row for your brand new answer. So S answer, I repeat again, 180 minus 60, isn't it 120? T answer, 180 plus 60, which is 200. 180 plus 60, 240. Okay, my dear. So you thought you done? No. You know why no or not? Because these questions very special on the range. If the normally they only want, okay, normally guys, they want 0 until 2 pi. So 0 until 2 pi, that means what? 0 until 360 degree. Then your answer is actually within the 1 circle line. But now your answer, they want pi until 3 pi. So I hope you guys know pi is actually 180 degree. Okay? So 2 pi is 360 degree. Then 3 pi is actually 540 degree. You know how I'm so sure? For those who don't know, I write for you guys, okay? I'm very scared you guys don't know. 0. And then 0 is 0 lah. Pi is 180. 2 pi is 360. You see 180 here, 360 here. So 3 pi, isn't it, is 360 plus 180. Understand or not? 540 degree. Okay, no? So it's 180 to 540. And you know 180 to 540 means what? So normally 360, you turn 1 round like that. Correct? So this one is until 540. That means you turn 1.5 round. If 0 until 540, that means you turn 1.5 round. But now you only want 180 until 540. So isn't it? Here to here is 180. But you started from 180. That means you started from here, turn until here. Okay, that is the part. So how do you guys get this answer? So I hope you guys know that originally this 120 located here. So 120, isn't it, is lesser than 180. But I want to start from 180. So actually 120 is not your answer anymore. But you cannot just end with 240, because 240 is the answer under T. So under T, isn't it, this is the answer. So you see this part is 240. Okay? Then all your answer is located here and here. So that one is 240. Supposedly you turn the half round, they should have another answer here, correct? What's the answer there, my dear? So actually, originally it's 120. You just turn 1 more round for that position. So turn 1 more round, you just take this answer plus 180. 120 plus 180, I guess getting 300. Hey, sorry. I shouldn't plus 180. 1 round is 360. What am I doing? So my dear, isn't it 480 degree? So I repeat one more time. I scared you guys to understand, my dear. So these two answer, okay, is 0 until 360 degree, the original answer. But if you want 0 until 540 degree, okay, so those that inside first 2 quadrant, they need to plus 360 again, because under first 2 quadrant, you are exactly inside the 1.5 round. So 1.5 round, isn't it, take the first round answer plus 360 to get the half round answer. Okay, but now you cannot stop here, because now you don't want 0 degree until 540 degree. What you needed, okay, is 180 degree until 540 degree. Therefore, your answer, isn't it, only got 240 degree and 480 degree. Shouldn't include the 120 anymore. Okay, you guys understand that, my dear? I hope you guys can understand. Think about the circle line, okay? Can you understand, right? I think can lah. Should I explain again? Very scared you guys don't understand, my dear. Very easy one. This is 0. This is how you turn. This is 0. This is 90. This is 180. This one is 270. This one is 360. So think about it. If you continue turn one more round, okay, isn't it 360? Next one come here, isn't it 360 plus 90? How much? 450. 450 plus 90, isn't it 540? 540 plus 90, isn't it 630? 630 plus 90, isn't it 720? Okay, this is provided you turn 2 rounds. So now whatever you needed is, you don't want 0 to 90 degree. So this one, no. You don't want 540 to 720. So this one, no. So isn't it only left the one I can draw for you? Can you guys see that? And now you guys know your answer is inside S and T. So your answer definitely is here and here. Okay? So this is the first round answer, which is exactly 240 degree. Okay? And this is not 120 because it's actually the next round answer. So 120 plus 360, then it's the next round answer, 480. Can you understand it if I explain like that? Comment below if you can understand it, okay? Very scared. So my dear, this is what you guys getting. Don't stop. They say what? In terms of pi, remember to convert them towards pi. So isn't it times pi over 180? This is how your answer look like. No need to press the pi, just press the value. 240 divided by 480, I guess getting 1 over 2 pi. 480 divided by 180, I guess getting 8 over 3 pi. Just like that. Done. Okay, now my dear? Hopefully you guys all getting the answer. Okay? You see, right? Okay. So my dear, haven't give the marks yet. Second part. Second part, my dear. Wait, okay. Okay, the second part, they say sketch. Okay, my dear, draw the graph, sketch. Sketch the graph for y equals to 2 cos x from 0 until 2 pi. So sketch this, sketch no need to use graph paper, draw need to use graph paper, okay? They say by drawing a suitable straight line on your sketch, find the range. Okay, that one later lah. We do one by one, okay? We don't scare ourselves first, okay? So now they want you to sketch a graph y equals to 2 cos x. Normally, I will tell my students to use pencil to draw a mini one until you confirm, then you draw a big one. So my dear, cos. Cos is what I always tell my students, it look like underwear shape. I remember my channel do have a video that teach you guys how to sketch graph, and you guys can try to find, okay? So my dear, cos, isn't it, is an underwear shape. So cos 1x is one underwear. That's how it look like, okay? But the 2 represent what? The 2 represent the amplitude. So amplitude, that means the height is 2 to negative 2, okay? Remember, every single equation, no matter what they write at the side, is 0 until 2 pi. So this question exactly want you to draw out 0 to 2 pi. So exactly that is how the graph look like. So now, once you guys confirm, then you guys can draw a big one. Don't draw too small, I'm serious, okay, my dear? So I always get my students draw until too ugly. So I'll always ask them to use a pencil, draw a very light boxes, so you guys can have a very nice graph. But of course, if you don't really have problems of drawing a graph, this is very unnecessary. But if you does have a problem and you always feel like you can't draw a very nice graph and it affected your answer, most important is if it affected your answer lah, then you better draw boxes lah, okay? So this is 2 pi. Middle, isn't it pi? Middle, isn't it pi over 2? Second half middle, isn't it 3 over 2 pi? So now the height that I'm giving is 2 and negative 2. So that means middle here still have 1 and negative 1 lah. Okay, agak-agak is like that. Okay, so now my dear, they were starting from 2, so they will go down and touch until this part here. Okay, so they should go down here, go down here. Okay, this is exactly how the graph look like. The underwear is supposedly touch 90 degree and 270 degree at 0. Okay, this is exactly how the graph look like. Write the equation beside the graph. Can? Next one, they say what? By drawing the suitable straight line, you need to draw a straight line on your sketch. Find the range of values of x. Your answer should have a bigger, smaller sign. They say which cos x should lesser than negative 1 over 2. First, you want to draw a straight line out, you must have a straight line equation. And every single straight line equation start from y. Normally it's what? Y equals to mx plus c, right? But when I look at it, there's no y. There's no y, then how do I have a y? So my main is I need to sub in the y. The only thing I know about the y is y equals to 2 cos x. So that means once you guys get 2 cos x, you guys can sub y. So I don't see 2 cos x, but I saw a 2 there. So isn't it I can bring the 2 over. Once I bring the 2 over, do you guys realize straight away I have 2 cos x. So the only thing I know about the y is y equals to 2 cos x. So isn't it the 2 cos x now? I can sum of y. So that means I know that with the information they're giving, my y should smaller than -1. So y smaller than that -1, that means the original equation is y equals to -1. I hope you guys know the equation got y got x. If they got y equals to mx plus c, got y got x, they are always slanted one. Okay. If the equation only got y, then they are always horizontal. If the equation only got x, then they are always vertical. Basic, So now y equals to -1, they are horizontal line. So where is the y equals to -1? It should be here. I draw a dot line for you, Isn't it this line is when y equals to -1, correct? Now this question not only one y equals to -1, they say y smaller than -1. So this is -1. Smaller, isn't it bottom? Bigger, isn't it up? So smaller, isn't it bottom? Isn't it this is the part that is bottom, correct? So that is the answer they want. So they want the range of x. But guys, supposingly you know the answer is here and here. You just look back, you should be able to get the answer. But can you look back? I don't think you can look back because this is not a draw graph. This is a sketch graph. How is it possible you know what is the value there? Don't guess, my dear. So this one cannot guess, right? But you need to sketch this out because they say by drawing a suitable straight line, you need to draw the straight line out. So you want to get the value out, can one. Because do you realize you just want to find these 2 pink color spot? And these 2 pink color spot, isn't it, is the intersection point of the underwear shape and the straight line. So now what can you do? Intersection point always can do simultaneous equation. So I can call this equation 1. I can call this equation 2. Isn't it I can sub 1 into 2. You can see that? I can combine them. So y equals to y. So one of the equation I write on the left, another one I write on the right. So guys, if I do this one, isn't it totally same as the previous one? Now, my dear, here, I can copy back, man. Isn't it the answer will be 120 and 240? Correct? And guys, this time your answer won't be 240, 480 already. Because now your answer is within 0 to 360. Isn't it the original version? Correct? 120 and 240. You can see that? So guys, 120, 240, then what they want? Of course, every single thing is in terms of pi. So please convert to pi. How to convert to pi? Isn't it times pi over 180? 120 divided by 180, I guess getting 2 over 3 pi. 240 divided by 180, I guess getting 4 over 3 pi. Okay, so this 2 is your answer, but please don't stop there. Because this question never asks you to find the x answer. They want you to find the range of x. So that means you guys know that this is 2 over 3 pi. This is 4 over 3 pi. So you guys want the range in between, right? So you want the answer right in between them, right? So isn't it the answer will be 2 over 3 pi lesser and equals to x, lesser and equals to 4 over 3 pi. Done. You can see, isn't it the answer is within the range? I don't think I should write equal sign though. I shouldn't write equal sign. Guys, sorry, I shouldn't write equal sign. I should just write that. Bigger than this, smaller than this. How I so sure? Because these questions, the equation they give here, they just write smaller sign. So you should follow them, write bigger, smaller sign. No need to write equal sign. That. How many marks here? 6 marks. So this one, just now you guys get the answer, 1 marks. The moment you can shift cos it, get 1 mark. Okay. Same for this one. The drawing itself worth 2 marks. If you're able to sketch the straight line out, get 1 marks. Get the range answer out, get 1 marks. So 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 6 marks here. Here, the top just now got another 2 marks. So these questions worth 8 marks in total. Is it 8? Yes, 8 marks. That. So far, so good. Understand, right? Not that bad, right? I hope it's not that bad. I move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This question is slightly harder, but it's not that hard. Okay. Question 5 is given that 2x plus 3 is one of the factor of this one, such that n is a constant. Not sure whether you can feel it, but I think this is Form 4, Chapter 2. Form 4, Chapter 2 only got this word factor. You know what is factor, my dear? Factor is not roots. Roots is x. This is factor. Factor means whenever you guys do it, isn't it? Okay, I write for you guys. If you guys will understand, shouldn't use this. I should use black pen. So my dear, factor, it means whenever you guys get a general form, so isn't it you guys will always write in a general form? But other than general form, you guys got what? Vertex form. But other than vertex form, there's another one called intercept form. Isn't it intercept form always look like something like this? Can you imagine something like that? Okay? So this thing, okay, exactly called factor. So that means that this 2x plus 3 is one of the bracket there. So if 2x plus 3 is one of the bracket there, if I manually do it, think about it, my dear. If I tell you fx equals 0, so isn't it this 2x plus 3 will always equal to 0? Isn't it this one will also equal to 0 to get the answer? So if they say this 2x plus 3 is one of the factor, you can straight away say this 2x plus 3 should equal to 0. Then you can from there get the roots out. So this basic you need to know. Plus 3, move it over minus 3. Times 2, move it over divided by 2. Oh, x is actually negative 3 over 2. That is what I try to give you, okay? So A, they say, find the value for m. How do I find m? Where did m come from? So I realized the m come from the equation itself. This is the equation they provide you. So the equation not very nice. Let's try to expand it. So isn't it 5x minus 2x squared plus m? Okay, so now you guys know what? You guys know the x is what? Negative 3 over 2. Isn't it now the x you guys can sub negative 3 over 2 inside since you guys already have the value. Once you guys sub inside, I think now you guys can find your m answer out. Okay, so remember, my dear, just now we do fx. Okay, when the x is negative 3 over 2, the y will be what? The y will be 0. That's what we're assuming, what? Remember? This one I put a 0 just now, correct? So that's why when the fx is negative 3 over 2, the y I should sub 0. I should straight away sub here, sorry. Can you understand or not, my dear? So factor means the bracket. So now, if the y I put a 0, my x will be negative 3 over 2. That means the coordinate is negative 3 over 2, 0. So I sub negative 3 over 2, 0 inside, and I should be able to get the m answer. So 5 times negative 3 over 2 minus 2 times negative 3 over 2 squared. Negative 12 plus m equals 0. What's your m answer? 12. Dot. How many marks? 3 marks. You know where's the 3 marks? The moment you guys able to get negative 3 over 2, 1 marks. Sub. Okay, I shouldn't say negative 3 over 2. The moment you write them equals to 0, get 1 marks. You write this one 1 marks, you get this one 1 marks. This is where the 3 marks come from. Let's move on. B. By using the method of completing the square. I hope you guys completing the square is good. They say express fx in this form. This quite obvious is a vertex form, such that a, h, k are constant. Okay, let's do that first, okay? So now they want you to do completing the square. So just now the equation is here. Let me copy down for you guys. 5x minus 2x squared plus m. So please have a good arrangement of general form. Isn't it x squared right in front, x right in the middle, non-x right at the back? So now my m is what? 12, okay? So this is my general form. So I want to get what? I want to get vertex form. How general form become vertex form? I hope you guys basic is good. General form. Become vertex form. Isn't it? This is how you guys doing completing the square. So completing the square, I hope you guys basic is good. You have 3 steps. 3 cannot skip, my dear. 3 steps. Last time can skip, but now cannot anymore. 3 steps. First step, your a must be positive 1. So what's your a now? Negative 2. What should you do? Cannot divide by negative 2, but can pull out negative 2. Negative 2 pull out x squared. Positive pull out negative, negative. 5 divided by 2, 5 over 2. 12 pull out negative, negative. 12 divided by 2, 6. Okay, I done pulling out. This is the first step. Then guys, the second step, the second step is you need to plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared. Okay, this one cannot skip one. It's always like that one, okay? So my dear, so where do you plus that thing? So after the a, after the b, you guys will add on here. Plus b over 2 squared. Then minus b over 2 squared. This one is exactly the part that you will get 1 marks. So the rest no marks, but this row always got 1 mark. So this row is necessary to write out. Last time don't have marks, but now don't have already. So you must write. Please remember that. Okay, so what's my x now? My x is here. Isn't it negative 5 over 2? Here, negative 5 over 2. Isn't it here also negative 5 over 2? I hope you guys understand it, okay? So next one, the third step. The third step is what? The third step is they will become big bracket square minus small bracket square plus c. This is the third step. So the third step here will become big bracket square minus small bracket square plus c. So the big bracket square, always copy from the first three. It's always the first three. Then when I teach my students, I will tell them the one that come with a cap will join this cap club, okay? So when they come inside the club, they will need to take out the cap. So the square will put it outside, only left X. Then this negative 5 over 2, like you can press calculator, is actually negative 5 over 4. Don't tell me, teacher, the square, the square go outside. The cap will stay outside, okay? Same for this one. The square is still outside, right, my dear? So only negative 5 over 4 will come inside, okay? There you go, the 3 step. And then start from here, the rest is just, mathematics. Negative 5 over 4 square minus, don't tell me negative, positive. Please don't careless here, my dear. There's a square. You should settle the square. So negative bracket, negative 5 over 4, squared it. I guess getting negative 25 over 16. Wait, I straight away press the whole thing. Negative 25 over 16 minus 6. Hey, you better press yourself. A lot of students are not able to get this answer. You press a few times, see? You will realize you forget this negative, it make a huge difference. So please check whether you guys able to get this, okay? But this is not the final answer because vertex form where got big bracket. So at the end part, now is the time for you to times the negative 2 back in for all of that. So negative 2 times for all of that. This is what I able to get. So my dear, they want to get what? They want to get a vertex form. So this is exactly how a vertex form look like. So I hope you guys know vertex form. Why we want a vertex form? Because vertex form can pull information out. I hope you guys have basic for that. I straight away pull. So the negative 2, negative means what? Represent set face. Set face, that means they should have a maximum point. That means this graph, if I draw it out, is a set face. And they will have a maximum point. So what is the maximum point coordinate? Always from here. So this inside, negative 5 over 4, when you pull out, it's always positive 5 over 4. Remember, that's always how you terbalik it. Then the back one, you can straight away pull out. That one is your Y value. So isn't it 121 over 8? Okay, that's my maximum point answer. So they asked you to get a vertex form. So you're able to get a vertex form, you should be able to get another 1 marks. But not done yet, because if I continue read, they say, hence, sketch the graph fx from 0 to 4. So another 2 marks for sketching the graph. How do you guys sketch the graph? I hope you guys know. Sketching the graph got 4 steps. 4 steps? 3 step lah. Okay, my dear. So guys, okay, I write the next step for you. Step 1 is actually finding the maximum minimum point. And I think you accidentally done it because you already found your maximum point. But of course, your answer better write in decimal, because if not, you don't know where's the point one. 5 over 4, guys, isn't it is 1.25. 121 over 8, isn't it the answer is 15.125. Then at least you know what is the height of that, okay? So guys, that's step 1. After that, you will have step 2. Step 2 is what? Drawing a table. Because guys, only one maximum point is not enough to get the answer out. So normally I will ask my students to have a table, so you guys able to have a lot of value inside the table. Do you guys still remember this table got 2 rows? Got how many columns? 5 columns. Why I need to have 5 columns? Let me show you guys, my dear. The first column is for the name. Quite obvious, right? I think the first 2 also you guys know. Because you guys must have what? X intercept, Y intercept. X intercept, Y equals 0. Y intercept, X intercept, Y equals 0. Y intercept, X equals 0. So you put 0, 0. Okay? But other than that, what else you guys need to have? Okay, I write nicely for you guys, my dear. So you need to have Y intercept, you need to have X intercept, and then you need to have start. And then you need to have end. What is start and end? So it depends on whether the questions got give you a domain range or not. If they give you a domain range, you guys need to have start and end. So this question does give you. So you guys can see 0 to 4. So the starting is 0. The ending is 4. But do you guys realize this 0 and this 0 is this 0 and this 0 is the same? So just find one of them. No need to draw so many. So actually 3 will do. Okay? So now I can sub inside. So this one, no need to show teacher the working. But I show you lah. Because I scared you don't know how to do. So my dad, this one 0 sub inside. 0 sub inside, isn't it? Negative 2, 0 square plus 5, 0 plus 12. I think I answer is 12. You can press calculator and see. Seriously, legit is 12. Okay. Next one. If I sub 4 inside, negative 2, 4 square plus 5, 4 plus 12. This I need to press. Okay, 0. Oh, this one I get 0. But never mind. Fine. Okay. This one also need to find. This one also sub inside. This one is the Y becomes 0. Okay. If the Y becomes 0, I straight away realize they are general form. Even though usually I should simplify it, but because this working is not showing out, right? So I just, straight away press. Isn't it negative 3/2 and 4? Okay, this is all the point I'm getting, okay? Write nicely for you the point, can I? So my dear, I write in light blue, the x is 0, the y is 12. The x is 4, the y is 0. The x is negative 3/2, the y is 0. Another one, 4, 0, same as this one. So I don't write lah. Okay, now I think it's the time to sketch. So step 3. Where do I do step 3? I do step 3 here. I hope you guys understand me. No space. I don't want to go too down. Okay, so this one, sketch. Okay, how do you guys sketch? So now, your graph is 0 to 4. So actually, no need to draw any left-hand side because there's no negative part that you need to draw. Only need to draw the positive part. And I think you need a lot of space for the top because I see the value is 15. 15 is quite far away, okay? Quite tall lah, okay? So 0 is here. If I say 1, 2, 3, 4, then 4, let's say agak-agak is here, okay? So guys, the first answer you guys know is this one, 1.25. So 1.25, isn't it? 1 is here, 2 is here, 1.25 agak-agak is here, correct? The height is 15. So let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Slightly up a bit here, isn't it? 5/4, 1/8. Guys, this is the first point I drawing. Done. See, this is the first point. This is the maximum point. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 5. This one is 15. Okay, quite nice. Okay, next one, my dear. What else I have? I also have this 0, 12. So 0, 12. Okay. 0, 12. Isn't it? This is the point. Done again. Okay. Negative 3/2, 0. I think no need to draw because negative is left-hand side. I don't have negative, so no need to draw that at all. And then the last one I need to draw is this one. 4, 0. So 4, 0. How do I draw it? 4, 0, guys. 4, 0. Can see, right? 4, 0. So 4, 0 is on the floor here. Done. Okay. Remember, this question is a set graph. So you will definitely draw a set graph. And the highest is this one. So isn't it? That means this is how the graph should look like. Yeah, my dear, done drawing lah. Write the equation beside your graph lah. Now, isn't it? This is how it look like. Okay, done. I can even draw you axis of symmetry. Axis of symmetry is the middle line. Isn't it? X equivalent to 5/4. Done. So guys, drawing this out correctly, 2 marks. Don't tell me teacher graph leh. Graph no marks. I mean table no marks. Because they ask you to sketch graph. So only the graph worth the marks. 2 marks. The 2 marks are include label this one, include label this one, include label this one. Don't forget to label. Yeah. Can. This is B. Let's move on. C. C, they say what? Okay, read for you. Using the same axis in B. That means using the same graph. No need to draw again. But they want you to sketch, draw, sketch and label this equation. What is this equation? Let me write down the equation for you guys first. So this is how the equation look like. Don't tell me, well, teacher, how do I draw this equation where this equation have nothing? Actually, this equation have everything. You know how I so sure everything? Because do you realize the equation they want you to sketch? Okay, look like the one that you just sketched. They look very alike. How I know they very alike? See, I got x minus h squared. You also got x minus h squared. Same. The k, same. The only thing different is the a. The top one, originally you are a. Now I just need to become a minus 1. So my dear, now, see, this is the vertex form you guys getting just now. So now if you want this form, isn't it, guys, just convert it? You see, this x minus 5/4 square is the same. The k is the same. The only thing changed is the a. Remember, originally this is the a. So a is originally is -2. Okay. Now you want a minus 1. Isn't it -2 minus 1? Isn't it -2 minus 1? This should be a -3. Not like this. Okay. That one should be a -3. So -3 means what? Okay. I don't know whether you guys ever learn it. Do I teach in the past year? I don't know lah. Never mind. I teach you guys again, my dear. So I hope you guys know. For every single curve, isn't it curve equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. Okay. I only tell you the a. So the a actually positive means happy face. Negative means sad face. Correct. But actually, positive 1 also happy, positive 2 also happy, positive 5 also happy. But happy face, their happiness is different one, you know. So how do you know how happy they are? So I always tell my students, when your A is 0, okay, imagine you are a person who being provided every single thing. Like you need to eat, you want to dress every single thing, you go tuition, transportation, all your parents already covered for you. So they cover everything, but they just don't pay you allowance. So if they don't pay you allowance, okay, so when you have no money, but actually you can still survive, right? So whenever your pocket got 0 amount of money, this is your face. You don't feel happy. You don't feel sad. Eventually, you are no emotional, okay? Emotionless, okay, my dear? So you don't have any emotion when there's no money inside your pocket, okay? So that's provided you're 0. A0. Then, if one day you suddenly got 1 ringgit, hey, even though I no need money, but got money also feel happy one ma. So isn't it you got a bit happy? A bit. So it's very flattened one. The smile is very, very shy one, okay? So if you got 5 ringgit, wow, guys, more happy, right? So isn't it you will smile like this? It always work like that. Then guys, one day, if you got negative 1 ringgit, negative 1 ringgit means what? Don't have money, never mind. Old people money, right there. Old people 1 ringgit. Okay, 1 ringgit very fast can return, right? So not that happy, not that sad, but a bit sad, okay? But if you owe people 5 ringgit, wow, quite hard to return when you have never have any allowance. Isn't it? You feel very sad. Okay? So therefore, now, actually, because guys, these sketching graph are only worth 1 mark. So you should know this pink color knowledge. Because with this pink color knowledge, you know, just now you negative 2. Just now you owe 2 ringgit, so you sad. But now you owe people 3 ringgit, you even more sad. So isn't it you will become more curve? So actually you will become more curve. But more curve until where, my dear? If you want to draw a very nice one, you guys can find out the y-intercept. So y-intercept, okay, I'll show you the working out. Y-intercept, isn't it, is always x equals 0. So since you guys already have the equation, you guys can sub 0 inside your x column. Okay, to know where you should start to draw the graph. I find for you, negative 3 bracket negative 5 over 4 square plus 121 over 8. So I press the whole thing, I get 167 over 16. So isn't it don't know what value is that? Therefore, I keep saying, make it a decimal. Oh, it's 10.4375. Okay, so now you know above 10 slightly up here. Okay, I use pink color. Above 10 slightly up here, you will have a set face that look like this. You see, more set one, my dear. More curve one. Don't tell me, teacher, how you know the maximum point is still the same? Because now this one pull out is 5 over 4. This one pull out is 121 over 8. This one pull out, isn't it still 5 over 4? This one pull out, isn't it still 121 over 8? So the maximum point is still the same. Everything same, you know. The only thing changed is how sad you are. Just now you're a bit sad. Now you're more sad. Isn't it like this? So if you want to show teacher a very nice answer, because since you already find the answer here you guys can write 167 over 16. Just like that. Sketching this pink color out, 1 marks. Okay now, my dear? So 413. This whole question worth 8 marks. Done. So far, so good, everyone. Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's move on. Question 6. They say, okay, quite little wording. So guys, the question say, there are 2 geometry progression. Okay lah, from 4 chapter 5, APGP, okay? You should be quite good on that. So they say there are 2 geometry progression. GP got A, okay, these are GP questions. They got progression A and progression B. That's what they mentioned now, okay? Now they say the first term of A is 8. So the first term is called A, is 8, okay? The first term for B is 4. So the first term for the set B is 4. Maybe I should draw a line in between so you won't confuse them, okay? Next one, both progression have the same sum of infinity. So isn't it the sum of infinity for both sides is the same? Like that. I write everything I can write. A and B is the same. Can quite nice, okay? Understand all? Next, the sum of the third term of A and B is 9 over 4. What's the meaning? Sum means total. Total means plus. Don't tell me S, it's not S. The sum of the third term. Third term is what? Orang yang ketiga. Orang yang ketiga called T3. Orang yang ketiga saja. Tak ada orang yang kedua, tak ada orang yang pertama, only orang yang ketiga. So isn't it called T3? So the sum of the third term and the sum of the third term of A and B. So that means the T3 for A, the T3 for B, if I sum them up, if I total them up, isn't it equivalent to 9 over 4? Isn't it this one is for A, this one is for B. Understand? Next, the 10th term. 10th term is T10. T10 of A, my dear, is for A, okay, is negative. It's negative. Okay, negative, I will say smaller than 0. Okay, now, my dear, this is whatever I can write out. All the box is I read the sentence, I understand it, I write accordingly, okay? A student, state that, okay, now there's another thing already, now they say a student, there's one person, state that the sum of the first 4 term of A, okay, is larger than sum of the first 4 term for B. Is the statement correct? Give your justification. So you're going to say like, yes, it's correct. No, it's wrong, or something like that. So I think this is all the information you guys having now. You guys can start to do now. So first thing first, let's do all the thing about set A. So this one set A. This one set A. I do set A first. So based on set A, I know T10 smaller than 0. So it is a GP, isn't it? This is a GP formula. Isn't it smaller than 0? Now you guys know the A is 8. You know the N is 10 minus 1. So isn't it AR power 9 smaller than 0? So times 8, move it over, divide by 8. Isn't it is 0? So power 9, move it over, cube root 9. Cube root 9, isn't it is also 0. So from here, you just know a fact. That means when your T10 is negative, your common ratio definitely is a negative. So for your A, your R need to be negative, okay? Other than that, nothing else already, you know. So now you guys can start to do like the one mixture of set A and set B. So set A and set B, they say the sum of infinity will be the same. So sum of infinity formula is A over 1 minus R. A over 1 minus R. Okay, now we can just sum. So what's the first term? 8. What is the R? Don't know. What is the first term there? 4. What is the R? Don't know. You better don't both side write R. You both side write R, very confusing, right? So my dear, let's say the R here, I call it A. The R here, I call it B. Okay lah, is A and B good? Let's put some different alphabet. I scared you guys confused with the first term. I put it alpha and beta. Can I? Weird enough, right? So this one alpha, this one beta. Okay, my dear? Now I think I can move it around. Maybe some can get some equation. Who knows? So cross multiply. Isn't it 8 minus 8 beta equals to 4 minus 4 alpha? Everything I divide by 4, yeah? So I divide by 4, 2 minus 2 beta equals to 1 minus alpha. Negative alpha, move it over positive alpha, plus move it over minus. Negative 1 plus 2 beta. Okay, at least I get equation 1 out. Let's try to get equation 2. So this T3, isn't it, is AR power n minus 1. That is the formula for T1. If they are GP plus together, isn't it equivalent to 9 over 4? So what's your A for your set A? 8. What's your common ratio for your set A? Alpha. What is the n now? 3 minus 1. What is your first term for your set B? 4. Yeah. What is your common ratio? Isn't it beta? What is the n? 3 minus 1. So isn't it 8 alpha square plus 4 beta square equivalent to 9 over 4? Okay, now, my dear? Can I still simplify it? Not really though. So isn't it this one I can call it equation 1, this one I can call it equation 2. Now I think I can start to do like, simultaneous equation. I can sub 1 into 2. Sub 1 into 2. So alpha is negative 1 plus 2 beta square plus 4 beta square equivalent to 9 over 4. The rest is max, yeah? So square, please settle the square first. Don't tell me you times the 8 in, okay? Power always come first. So let's start to do the square first. So shortcut method, 3 things come out. So negative 1, you square it, positive 1. 2, you guys square it is 4. Beta, you guys square it is beta, 4 beta square. Middle, I hope you guys know middle is always using 2 times the 2% here. Negative 1 and 2 beta. So 2 times negative 1, negative 2. Negative 2 times 2 beta, negative 4 beta. Okay, plus 4 beta square. Continue, expand it. 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 4, 32 beta. 4 times 8, 32 beta square. Isn't it plus 4 beta square? Equivalent to 9 over 4. I have a feeling they look like general form. So 32 plus 4, isn't it 36 beta square? Minus 32 beta. Number. 8 minus 9 over 4 is 23 over 4. Equals to 0. Oh, so ugly. But never mind. Let's make it a general form. Let's make it a nice general form. Every single thing I times 4. I don't like fraction. I really don't like. This one times 4, 23 lah. This one times 4, 0. So now I can press calculator lah. Mode, 1 right hand side 2. Okay, do you guys first better answer? Get 23 over 36. Second better answer, get 1 over 4. Don't scared answer can be ugly one So my dear, I get these two answer. Don't tell me, teacher, I think the ugliest one is not the answer. Sometimes the ugly one can be the answer also. Don't guess, okay? So you get these two answer. Since I'm not sure also, I look at these two, I also don't know which one is the correct one. Never mind, try to get alpha. Later on, after you get alpha, you will know that. So I sub back to equation 1. So I sub both, yeah? So alpha equals to -1 plus 2 beta. Another one, alpha equals to -1 plus 2 beta. Okay, so I get -1 plus 2 times 23 divided by 36. I getting 5 over 18. This alpha I get -1 plus 2 bracket 1 over 4. I getting -1 over 2. Guys, sorry, I get too excited because I already know which one is the answer. Guys, you know why which one is the answer? Because just now the question tell you T10 must negative. So the moment I know set A, the T10 must be negative, just now whatever I do, isn't it from there I know my common ratio for A must be negative. And common ratio for A, isn't it, we call it alpha already. That means alpha must be negative. So now based on your answer, isn't it this answer alpha is positive? Isn't it this answer alpha is negative? So isn't it from here, you guys know that your alpha need to be lesser than 0. So therefore, your alpha must choose the -1 over 2. If your alpha choose the right side set, isn't it the beta, you should choose the right side set as well? Isn't it the beta, guys? It should be 1 over 4. Can? So now, you guys already get your alpha and your beta, okay? Don't stop there, because we're not just finding this, we are finding what? We just want to prove, we just want to check. We want to check this sentence are correct or wrong. So the sentence is talking about what? Sum of the first four term. So now, yeah, update here. So the R here is -1 over 2. Yes, and this one is 1 over 4. Okay, so now I will try to find the S4 for set A. I'll try to find the S4 for set B. Let's continue, extend the line. Can So guys, how do I do it? So remember, your R lesser than 1, you guys will use this formula for GP sum of the terms. So this one also lesser than 1, also using this particular formula. Okay, all I need to do is sub. My A is 8. 1 minus my R is -1 over 2. Power N is 4 over 1 minus R. Okay, press calculator, get the answer. 1 minus -1 over 2 power 4 times 8 divided by 3 over 2. I guess getting 5 for S4. Okay, how about another one? Same thing. The A, let me look up. Okay, 4. 1 minus R, 1 over 4, power N, 4 over 1 minus R. Let's again press calculator. So 1 minus 1 over 4, power 4 times 4 divided by 3 over 4. I guess getting 85 over 16. In decimal, 5.3125. Okay, finally getting both S4. So now this question say what? They say the set A S4 were more than, larger than set B S4. Is it correct? I look down. I don't think it's correct. This one 5, this one 5.3. Hello. Set B should more than this, not this one more than this. So isn't it, they say give your justification. So no. The statement is wrong. Because sum A is actually lesser than sum B. Okay? Just like that. Done. Make it smaller for all of you. Wow, this question worth 8 marks. Where's the 8 marks? First, when you're able to do T10 lesser than 0, you need to show this working 1 mark. So that one need to have show one, okay? So just now when you S infinity equals to S infinity, you sub the formula inside 1 marks. So T3 plus T3 with the formula inside 1 marks. When you combine them together, of course, there's another 1 marks. So when you're able to get the general form, you get 1 marks. When you're able to choose the correct answer, you get 1 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 marks already, right? Able to get this answer and this answer with the formula, 7 marks. And then the answer now, 8 marks. Just like that. This question worth 8. Let me think where else I can deduct more marks. I think this one no 1 marks. Then here got 1 marks. Okay, 8 marks. Dun, 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 done. Happy or not? Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All this compulsory question. Question 7. I look at it, I straight away know it's one of your favorite chapter. Form 5, chapter 1. What that chapter called? Circular measure. They say, diagram 3 shows a shape formed by a combination of 4 sectors with a square ABCD. Sometimes the shape are very complicated. You better look carefully, okay? First, they say there's a square. I think all of you guys can see the square. This side is the square, okay? Square means all the 4 sides same. So here, 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 all same, okay? And then they say combination of 4 sectors. Where's the 4 sectors? Actually, I'm not too sure, so never mind. I think later on they will say it. So next one they say, A, B, C, D are the center. So A, B, C, D, okay, are the center for the sector BAD. Okay, let's read one by one. BAD. BAD, where is it? From a sector BAD is this one. Wait, I put color for you. You guys look at my color. BAD. Center is A. A ma. BAD. Okay, isn't it this blue color one is 1? Should I leave with this color? No lah. Later on, blue color I always need to use it. I put yellow. So like that. Okay. Like that is 1 sector. Okay, again. Next one. PBQ. 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 Oh, PBQ is different lah. PBQ. Center is B. Oh, PBQ. Center is B. Okay, wait, guys. I draw you the line. Maybe you guys all couldn't see it. So you must read every single thing, Here to here, I will connect. Here to here, I will connect. So guys, PBQ, you know where or not? PBQ is orange lah. This one. PBQ. Can you guys see, my dear? Your center need to be B. So if your center need to be B, of course, it's from B. You open it up like a pizza shape. Okay, this one is a very white pizza shape. So this orange color one is 1. Can see, right? Next one. BCD is center C. So BCD is center C. Like that. Green color one is 1. Okay. Next. What other color can I use? Light purple. Okay. So my dear, PDQ is D. D is here. PDQ. I think you guys should connect to P, connect to Q. Isn't it PDQ is this purple color one? So far so good, everyone. Understand my dear? So read every single word, okay? Next one they say, AB is 5 cm. Okay, A to B is 5. If this one 5, of course this one 5, of course this one 5, of course this one 5. Every corner is 5 because they are square. And the length of the straight line PQ, which passes through A and C is 23. So they try to tell me this one whole line in the middle here, one whole thing is 23. Okay, I write nicely. PQ is 23 cm. Okay, that's all. This is every single thing they say. So pi using 3 by 1 for 2. Let's start from A. A, they say, find the angle PBQ in red. Okay, correct to 2 decimal places. So definitely got decimal, a lot of decimal, but you just write 2 decimal places. How do I find PBQ? Let's see where's PBQ. P, B, Q. Okay, guys. They want to find this red color angle. Okay, how do I find this red color angle? If I'm you, I don't think I can find the whole thing, even though here and here is the same. I think this is an isosceles triangle. But this isosceles triangle, other than 23 cm, I have nothing. So I think it's quite hard to find the whole angle. So if I am you, if they are isosceles triangle, my dear, remember, MX are most important. It's not isosceles, isosceles triangle, equilateral triangle. No, the most important triangle is always right angle triangle, because right angle triangle can do a lot of stuff, isn't it? So my dear, now if I realize this whole thing is an isosceles triangle, isn't it? My suggestion to you is I will cut them into half. Because if I cut them into half, isn't it that is 90 degrees? So if this is 90 degrees, isn't it I can focus on this angle? So let me now try to draw for you guys. Okay, so this is the triangle, right angle triangle I'm looking at, and I want to find this angle out. How do I find this one? Isn't it now I know this whole line here? See guys? This whole line is 23. So 23, you cut like that. Isn't it half? So 23 divided by 2. Isn't it this one is 11.5? All right. Another one that you needed is here. So do you have this length? No. but I can find the whole line out. How do I find the whole line? Isn't it the whole line, guys? Yeah. Isn't it the, okay, I draw here. This one is a square. So here 5, here 5, here 5, here 5. Isn't it I want to find the whole line? They are actually under a right angle triangle. Right angle triangle, if here 5, here 5, I want to find the last one, isn't it can do Pythagoras theorem? Correct? Isn't it 5 squared plus 5 squared? Square root it, should be able to find the longest line. I guess getting 7.0711. Okay? 7.0711. But 7.0711, guys, is one whole line. Is this one whole line. Okay? But I just want the red color one. So red color one is half of it. Isn't it 7.0711 divided by 2? I guess getting 3.5355. Okay? Now I think it's enough information to find the angle. So now, how do I find the angle? Do you guys still remember under right angle triangle? Angle opposite called opposite. 90-degree opposite called hypotenuse. Last one called adjacent. So I should using SOHCAHTOA to do it. Correct, right? Now I have what opposite? I also have adjacent. If I got O and A, isn't it I should be using TOA? Isn't it TOA is tangent? Isn't it tangent formula is tangent theta equivalent to opposite over adjacent? So tangent. The angle, don't know. Opposite, 11.5. Adjacent, 3.5355. Okay. Getting your theta answer now is not a dream. 11.5 divided by the answer and then shift tangent the answer. I guess getting 72.9106 degree. Guys, they want the answer in red. Please convert it to red. Isn't it convert to red is times pi over 180. They say write your answer in 2 decimal places. So guys, just need to write 1.27 red. Dun, 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 that. Okay, so guys, is that the final answer? No, please don't stop here. Don't switch off your calculator. Keep pressing one now, okay? Why this is not the answer? Because remember, this answer is, wait, is for this angle. This angle is half, okay? What I really needed is the whole thing. So guys, if I want the whole thing, so the final answer for my PBQ, isn't it should be this 1 point, okay, I shouldn't write 1.27. It will affect the answer if you never write a lot of decimal. 1.2727, okay? So isn't it 1.2727, now I will times 2. You understand, right, my dear? Because the one I repeat, just in case you guys daydreaming, the one I find here, isn't it is half. But you want the whole thing, isn't it need to times 2? Understand? Okay, so times 2. I guess getting 2.55 red. Okay, 2 decimal places. That is the answer they want. 2 marks, right? The moment you can do the SOHCAHTOA correctly, 1 marks, you guys get this answer, another 1 marks. Yep, that is the 2 marks. If this one you guys done, guys, I really feel like this question is hard because of the starting. If the starting cannot do, the back all cannot. But if the starting can do, the back all can. So B1, they say what? Hence, therefore. So after getting that, continue. Find first one. Find the outside perimeter. Outside perimeter. So perimeter is the outer layer length, total length. So outside of it, isn't it? It's just an oval shape like that. Correct, my dear? And these 2 oval shape, is it the same size? Yes. So you just need to find one of them, you times 2. Correct? The one of them, what shape they under? Do you guys realize this one is actually under the orange color shape? The orange color, the curved part called what? Arc. Isn't it arc symbol is what? S. What is S formula? S equals to R theta. Hopefully you guys know. So my dear, under the orange color shape, this orange color shape, this orange color shape called PBQ. Okay, so you want to find the arc. Isn't it you must have the radius and the angle? So what is the radius? The radius, isn't it this line? So do you have this line? No. But can you find? Yes. Why you guys can find? Because just now, under this right angle triangle, based on this right angle triangle, based on this one, isn't it? It's the same right angle triangle. So based on the previous right angle triangle, I know here 11.5. I already know here 3.5355. So this last one, isn't it again, can do Pythagoras theorem. So this last one is the radius. So the radius is taking the short one square plus another short one square. Isn't it square root it? you guys should be able to get the radius out. 11.5 squared plus 3.5355 squared. Square root it. I guess getting 12.0312. So my dear, the radius is 12.0312. How about the angle? The angle is this angle. And this angle is the one that you just now get. Isn't it 2.55 rad? So this answer times 2.55 times 2. I guess getting the answer 61.3591 cm. Dun, 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 outside perimeter. Done. Okay. So this one done. Let's move on. The next part. Next part I do here. They say what? Find the area of the shaded region. So guys, you have to find the area for the shaded region. Okay, how the shaded region look like? Can you guys all see the shaded region? I don't even want to draw. The shaded region, isn't it, is this very weird shape like that. All right, here. Okay lah, this whole thing lah. Okay, how do I find this whole thing, my dear? What shape is that? I really don't know. So if I don't know this shape, obviously you need to find those shape that you know, plus minus those shape you know. You can find all this don't know one. Okay, wait, I see whether I got space or not. I had better put here lah. Okay, so my dear, okay, now how do I find area of shaded region? Okay, now I need to find a whole oval shape. So we never learned any formula for oval shape, correct? But if we cut into half, okay, think about it. This is the orange color one. If I cut like that, this thing, do they have a name? Yes, we call it segment, my dear. You know what is segment, right? If this is an arc, okay, wait. When this is an arc length, this one is a radius, this is a radius. Corner to corner, you draw a line called chord. Chord and arc in between called segment. Okay? So guys, this segment shape and this segment shape, are they the same size? Yes, because every single thing is balanced one ma. So if they same size, right, I just find a segment answer and then I times 2. Isn't it I get the whole oval shape? After I get a whole oval shape, I need to minus off the inside. So the inside got what? I can minus the square. Can you guys see that, my dear? Wait, I put a color for you guys. This one is the one in pink. Can this one also in pink? Can? So pink times 2. Okay? Minus this one. What color is that? No color. This one minus what shade lah? Red lah. Purple. Purple lah. Isn't it minus this purple color one? Okay? After minus the purple color one, isn't it can minus the orange color sector? Now this orange color one. Can I understand all? See, I highlight for you. You minus the orange color one. You minus the purple color one. Okay? After minus purple, after minus orange, isn't it you guys can minus the green one also? And guys, the leftover, isn't it exactly look like the shaded region now? Okay, my drawing, you guys can understand or not? I tell you, this chapter, you guys want to master it and you guys don't want to make any careless mistake, I highly recommend you draw the shape out. Draw the shape that you try to find. Then you understand what you're doing. Then only you guys know how to do the questions, okay? Which I think is very, very important. So now, how do we do the segment? So segment formula is 1/2 r squared theta minus sine theta. So this is the segment formula. This one no sin cos tan is in red. This one got sin cos tan, then it should be in degree. Okay? Square is height times base. This one is what? Sector. Sector formula is always 1/2 r squared theta. This one also sector. Actually, these two sectors are same size. We can straight away times 2. They are legit same size, okay? So now, let's try to sub inside 2. 1/2. What is the R for the pink color one? I hope you guys know the pink color one. Wait, the pink color one. Pink color one is under just now the same shape called PBQ. Okay? So under PBQ, the radius, just now we already know is 12.0312. So 12.0312, okay, square. Then the angle, the angle we already know is 2.55 rad. 2.55 rad in degrees, how much? Remember, this is half of it. So 72.9106 if I times 2. Actually, it's around 145.82 degree. Okay, we can use that. So isn't it 2.55 in rad minus sine 145.82 degree. Okay, so my dear, minus height times base. So the height for the square, 5. The base is also 5. Okay, minus 2 times 1 over 2. How about the green and the orange one? For the green color one, their radius is 5. Orange one also 5 lah. Okay, how about their angle? Because guys, this is a square, so this is 90 degree. When this is 90 degree, the leftover will be 360 minus 90 degree. Isn't it the leftover will be 270 degree? Can you guys see that? 270 degree in red leh. So times pi over 180. Do you guys get 4.713 in red? So 4.713. Okay, press calculator. 12.0312 square times 2.55 minus sine 145. Sorry. 2.55 minus sine 145.82 times 12.0312 square. The front one, I get 287.7923. I like to write a lot of decimal because I'm very scared I make any mistake because of the decimal. 5 square times 4.713, getting 117.825. So 287.7923 minus 25 minus the answer. I guess getting the final answer 144.9673 cm square. That is the area of the shaded region. So 7 marks, right? Where's the 7 marks there? Let me show you guys the marks. Here, definitely 1. This part, 3. Each of them 1. Okay? The moment you guys do the Pythagoras theorem just now, 1. You're able to sub in correctly, 1. This one, 1. 3, 1, 4, 7. Okay, correct. 9 marks. Done. So far, so good or not? Feel good or not? I hope you feel good. Okay, I move on now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Next one. Can we go? Question 8. Okay, this is section B already. For paper 2 or the section B, got 4 questions. Can choose 3 questions. 4 questions, choose 3 questions. Okay. So you scan through it, see which chapter you guys good at it. Then normally you guys will choose that particular chapter lah. Okay. So normally this section then got probability distribution, got integration, got linear law. Then another one, it depends. I think based on this like that, I think coordinate geometry, because we haven't do coordinate geometry, okay? So my dear, it depends on which chapter you guys good at. If you guys everything good, I won't do linear law because linear law very time consuming, okay? So now this question 8, they say diagram 4 now shows a curve and the tangent to the curve at point A. So you can see they want to find what area lah, volume lah. Quite obvious, this is form 5, chapter 3. Integration, okay? So diagram 4 show you a curve, can see, and a tangent. Tangent is a straight line touching the outer layer of the curve. So you guys can see this is a tangent, okay, at point P. So nothing else they say already. A, they just say find the value of P. How do I find the value of P? Where the P come from? Do you guys realize the P? Dependings of the point A. So the point A is what? Do you realize the point A touch the curve, also touch the straight line? So the point A, we have a name. Just now we did already, ma. Isn't it this kind of name? This kind of point called intersection point. So intersection point using what method to do? Sub. So I can call this equation 1. I can call another one equation 2. This another one look very ugly. I try to move it around, okay? So x over 5 plus 1, move it over minus 1. Minus y over 10, move it over plus 1 over 10. I like positive. So y equals to divide by 10, move it over times 10. So this one times 10, 2x. This one times 10, negative 10. Okay, y equals to 2x minus 10. Quite nice already. Equation 2. So now let's do simultaneous equation. We can sub 1 into 2. So I sub the y inside this y, isn't it? Y equals to y. So isn't it x squared minus 9 equivalent to 2x minus 10? What do they look like? I think they look like a general form. So isn't it every single thing move it to one side? Let's press calculator, mode, 1 by side 2. 1, negative 2, and then 1. The first answer, I get 1. And there's no second answer. So if only one answer, you guys should put 1 bracket with a square. Okay, so only one answer, x equals to 1. So of course, you guys getting your x answer already. Normally, you guys will continue find the y answer. So I sub back to my equation 1. I realize my y answer is negative 8. So I can straight away tell you the coordinate A is 1, negative 8. So let me update here. 1, negative 8. So this 1, negative 8 also means that the P answer should be 1. Because that means the value you guys write here will be 1. Can 2 marks. So quite obvious when you sub them, combine them together, 1 marks. Because that is actually the a proof that you know how to do. And then you write P equals to what? 1 marks. Okay, let's move on. B. B, they say, find the area of the colored region. Actually, when I look at it, I also feel like it's colorless, my dear. But actually, the colored region is the green color one here. Okay, I should tell you that one is the colored region, okay? So you have to find the area of the colored region. How do you guys find area of colored region? Before you start, please don't straight away start, my dear. Please always make it full with information before you start. So if there's any flying point, I always ask my student to draw dot line. So isn't it, this is 1. So if you dot here, isn't it -8 here? Okay, what else I can find? A lot, my dear. Now make it this big for you. So guys, actually, I able to write this orange color one also. This orange color one is what? It's actually a y-intercept. It's y-intercept under the curve, correct? And y-intercept is what? The C. So isn't your C is -9. So let me write down -9 here. Okay, the one is -9. Okay. Other than that, I also can find what? I also can find this one. This is also necessary to find, my dear. So guys, remember, whenever you find area or volume, right, under integration, when you touch the y-axis, if you guys got touch a lot of different points, every single point you need to find the value. For x-axis, every single point also, please find the value. So, okay, I find this one now, my dear. So how do I find this one? This one is what? X-intercept. X-intercept always means what? Y equals 0. So you guys can sub 0 because we are talking about this orange color line. See? This orange color line. Okay, this orange color equation. So -9, move it over +9. Square, move it over square root. Isn't it plus minus 3? Quite obvious, this one is a +3 because this one is -3. Nah, you guys all see that? Okay. What else, my dear? I think this one and this one also can find. And these two quite easy because I hope you guys know that the equation they give you now is actually called intercept form. Not sure you guys basic good or not. This intercept form is under Form 4, Chapter 7, Coordinate Geometry. So this intercept form, guys, I hope you guys remember, this is how the original intercept form look like. Below x always represent your x-intercept. Below y always represent your y-intercept. So now your x-intercept is what? 5. So isn't it that means this value here is 5 because that part is the x-intercept. And your y-intercept is what? Don't tell me, teacher, 10. No. Why no? Because guys, originally the intercept form is a plus. Yours is a minus. You thought the minus is for who? For y, I know. The x, the y, and the 1 is always positive one. So this negative belongs to the 10. So this one is -10 here. -8, -9, -10. Quite makes sense, right? So this is whatever you guys know so far. Okay? So with every single thing that you know now want to find what? Area of the green one, very easy. So when I teach my own students, for those who don't know, my channel, I remember got video about how to find area. You guys can watch it if you guys don't know how to do, okay? So whenever you want to find area, when I teach my students, I always tell them, you need to decide dx, dy. Based on what? Based on where they fully stick on. So when they fully stick on x-axis using dx, when they fully stick on y-axis using dy. So do you guys realize the green color one never touch the y-axis, but fully stick on x-axis? I think I can share it using dx. So when I'm using dx, in front is xx, inside is y. That's always how the formula look like. So now, you stick from where? 1 to 3. So isn't it the bigger number on top, the smaller number at the bottom? And then you are under the curve. So the curve, isn't it got equation? So can straight away sub the curve equation and then dx. Just do it, should be able to get the answer. If not too sure, can always double check. So you see, dx represent the x-axis. X equals to 3 is here. X equals to 1 is here. And the one I sub is the curve equation. Isn't it surrounded the green color one? Then I think I'm correct. So now let's start to integrate it to get the answer. So 2 plus 1, 3 divided by 3. The 9 have no x, is x power 0. So 0 plus 1, 1 over 1. No need to write plus c because you guys got number to sub. Sub the 3 inside, must show teacher the working. It's necessary to show the working nowadays already, okay? So minus 1 cube over 3, minus 9 bracket 1. Okay, 3 squared minus 9 bracket 3, -18. Minus 1 over 3 minus 9, -26 over 3. -18 minus the answer, -28 over 3. Don't tell me, teacher, why the answer got negative? Very normal one. I hope you guys know that whenever you're doing dx, okay, x-axis, am I right? dx. Whenever the area is on top, bottom, the answer will be different. If the area is on top, they are always positive. If the area is at the bottom, the answer is always negative. Now it's at the bottom one, right? See, this is x-axis, you're at the bottom. So at the bottom, isn't it, is negative. So when your answer, where got negative area one, right? So if you get a negative area, then you add a modulus. Yes, suddenly add. No need to add since the starting. Add now also can. So add the modulus, write the answer, unit squared. That is your area answer. Dun, 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 that 4 marks. So when you write down the working out, 1 marks. When you integrate and sub the value in 1 marks, integrate it correctly, 1 marks. Get the answer, another 1 marks, 4 marks. Okay, again. So my dear, now let's move on. C. C, they say what? Let me read for you here. C, find the volume. Okay, volume or 3D or generated in terms of pi when the shaded region is revolved 180 degree about the y-axis. Okay, my dear, 180 degree is your problem because normally it's 360 degree. But of course, whenever I teach my students volume, I will tell them it depends on where they rotate to decide whether using dx or dy. So now this question, they say they rotate y-axis, right? 100% this question is using dy. Cannot choose one. Okay, even they didn't stick on y-axis, also need to use dy, okay? So remember, this question must use dy. In front put y, inside put x. That is how the area formula look like. For volume, they must add on the pi. They must have a square. This is how the original formula look like. Okay, so now they say what? Shaded region. Revolve 180 degree about the y-axis. Okay, I want to talk about 180 degree. I hope you guys have this basic. So when I teach my student, I tell them 360 degree, then normally you just do normal way, okay? But for 180 degree, don't tell me, teacher, divide by 2. Not necessary divide by 2, you know. So how do you guys decide whether need to divide by 2 or no need to divide by 2? 1 over 2 means half, okay? Need to divide by 2 is when they shade one side of the axis. One side. So guys, show you okay, just in case you guys don't understand. That means if I shade, okay, if I shade only right side of it. So when I say I turn 180 degree, I only get the solid half shade, correct? So I get half shade, so really it's half of the original shade. So I times 1 over 2, okay? So if they shade both sides of the axis, then you no need to divide by 1 over 2. Why? Think about it. If they shade both sides, they actually get the whole solid because the right side will turn half. The another side will turn another half. So eventually, if I sketch both sides, isn't it the shape coming out, even though they only turn 180 degree, isn't it? It's actually the whole solid that turn 360 degree. Correct, my dear? So, to understand, just memorize. Whenever 180 degree, you base on where they shade. They shade one side or two sides. So they shade one side, they turn half, legit is half. But if they sketch two sides, they turn half, fake one. They actually turn 360 already, my dear. In total, they turn 360. Okay. So now look at the questions. So what they want to find? They want to find the volume for shaded region. Isn't it, guys? This black color one. Okay, black a bit hard to see. Purple, orange, green. Okay, red. Red already used. What color I have? Light blue lah. Okay. So guys, isn't it they want to find this light blue one? Isn't it light blue is actually the volume for the shape they want to find, correct? How do I find that, my dear? So remember, don't tell me, teacher, they never even touch y-axis, x-axis. I know they never fully stick. They not fully stick using big minus small. So guys, remember, when they fully stick, straight away fine. But if they not fully stick using big minus small, okay, I decided to drop off this. Then you guys won't confuse. Then this one I use red color. Because red color is very easy to see. Okay, this one. This shaded region, this shaded region, they say they turn around the y-axis. Isn't it using dy? So do they stick on y-axis? No. So definitely using big minus small. What shape minus what shape, my dear? Isn't it the right angle triangle shape? I'll show you guys. Isn't it this whole thing? It's the right angle triangle shape. Okay. After that, minus what? Isn't it minus this green color one? See, minus this green color one. Okay, guys, all see that? So you see, if you minus this green one, isn't it the leftover? It's the red color one. Quite makes sense, right, my dear? So that is big minus small, okay? And most important, whatever you find, fully stick on y-axis one. So can find one, okay? So for this one, please don't tell me, teacher, 1 over 2 times base times height. No, this is not I'm not doing an area. I'm doing a volume. So I hope you guys know this purple color one. If you turn the y-axis one round, isn't it they will become a cone shape? You guys see that? So cone volume formula is what? 1 over 3 pi r square h. Okay? Then this green color one, if I turn the y-axis one round, Isn't it look like a champagne glass shape? I think lah, okay? So my dear, don't tell me, teacher, then what formula should I use? This one, I don't know what shape. Don't tell me hemisphere. Where got look like hemisphere? They never say it's hemisphere. You don't guess. So this one, just use back integration method to do it. Okay, I share with you, my dear. So now, 1 over 3 pi. Which one is the R? So I always recommend my students, or whenever you get a cone shape, right, you better draw the cone shape, because the cone shape are standing up or laying down make a huge difference of the different value for radius and height. So better draw it out. So after you guys draw the cone shape, you guys realize they are standing up. Standing up, the radius, isn't it, is here. So what is the radius now? The radius is the horizontal line, which is 0 to 5. 0 to 5, isn't it the radius, guys? Is 5. Okay, next one is the height. The height, isn't it here? Okay, sorry. The height, isn't it here? So the height is actually 0 to negative 10. 0 to negative 10, don't put negative lah. Whose height negative, or just put 10 lah. Convert it to positive straight away. Okay, minus pi. The green color one, isn't it from 0 touch until negative 9? Look carefully, it's until negative 9, my dear. Not negative 8, negative 9, okay? Is it negative 8 or negative 9? Yeah, it's negative 9. Can't really see also, my dear. So it's negative 9, isn't it? 0 on top, negative 9 at the bottom. In between sub x squared. Which x squared? This one under the curve. So the curve equation, isn't it, is y equals to x squared minus 9. So x squared is what? Minus 9, move it over, plus 9. Isn't it? Y plus 9 dy. Okay? So guys, my working, I continue here. Really no space. So 10 squared times 5 divided by 3. Isn't it 500 over 3 pi? Okay? Minus, start to integrate this. Okay? I double check for those who are not too sure. See, dy represent the y-axis. Y equals 0 is here. Y equals negative 9 is here. And this equation, isn't it, is a curve. Exactly surrounded the shaded region. You know I'm correct lah, okay? So now, let's start to integrate it. So this y, nothing there, is power 1. 1 plus 1, 2, divided by 2. The 9 have no y there, is y power 0. So 0 plus 1, isn't it 1 over 1? And then now, sub the 0 and negative 9 inside. So 500 over 3 pi minus pi. Sub 0 inside. Okay. Minus sub negative 9 inside. Okay. 500 over 3 pi. This one I get 0. This one, 0 better write 0. A lot of students, they don't write 0. That's why they feel weird. Teacher, why I get a negative answer? No, you shouldn't get a negative answer. Don't tell me, but teacher, they are at the bottom. No. Area at the bottom got negative. Volume, because they turn. After they turn, everyone positive. Impossible you will get any negative answer unless you do wrongly. Okay? So you see, negative 0 minus negative 81 over 2. Isn't it the answer is positive? Isn't it 81 over 2 pi? So 500 over 3 minus 81 over 2 pi. I guess getting the answer 126 1 over 6 pi. Can you guys all saw this answer? Is this the correct answer? Do I press correctly? Negative 9 square, 5 square, times 10 divided by 3. Guys, you guys must be trying to tell me I pressed wrongly for this, right? I realize it myself. I also feel weird. Why the answer so big? 250 over 3 minus 81 over 2. Make more sense. I remember not so big. 42, 5 over 6 pi. Again. So guys, I got this. Don't stop there, please. This is not the answer. Because I want to find the volume when they turn 180 degree. Correct? So guys, now look at it. They actually, the shaded region, actually they shade one side or both sides. They shade only one side. So if they shade only one side, they say they turn 180 degree. Isn't it that means legit they are half of the solid? Half of the solid, that means you should take your answer times 1 over 2. Because the answer you guys getting is for one whole solid. But now you are legit just half of the solid. So divide by 2. So I guess getting the answer 21 5 over 12 pi units cube. That 4 marks. So where is the 4 marks left? When you guys able to integrate it, write the formula out, 1 marks. Integrate it correctly and sub in correctly, 1 marks. Able to get the answer, no. Able to get this answer, 1 marks. Able to write times 1/2, 1 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forget to say, start from now on, all the marks is 10 marks in total. Dun, 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 that. So far, so good. Can you understand, right? Okay lah, move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That. Next, question 9. Look at it straight away. Have a feeling of Form 5, Chapter 5. Probability distribution. Hopefully, you will prepare a table like that. This is what we will use, the normal distribution table, okay? So now, question 9. They say what? They say it is found that 75%, I hope you guys know, percentage is always what? Probability. So probability, I don't like to write P and Q, because if you write P and Q, when they terbalik, you never realize it. So please don't write P and Q. Write probability what? So now this 75% of people, what happened? Of the student in SNK per mile go to school by bus. Okay, by bus is 0.75. I think not by bus will be the rest of them. So 75% is by bus, then I think 25% is not by bus, isn't it 0.25? Okay. Now they say if 8 students are chosen at random, so that means total student got 8. So n equivalent to 8, that's the total student. Find the probability. So whenever they find probability, I always ask my student to write P bracket. P stands for probability. So probability for what situations? Right inside the bracket. So they say find a probability that at most 2 of them do not go by bus. No bus, no bus. Okay. So my dear, now how do I do it? So first thing first, wait, I make it up a bit since I've got space. Okay. So my dear, they say at most. At most means what? Whatever you want to find, please write X. At most means maximum. Maximum 2. So can you more than 2? No. Can less, can equal, but cannot more. Lesser and equals to 2. So guys, remember, this one is countable. 2% go by bus, 3%, 4% don't have decimal, right? This one is actually a binomial distribution. And they don't have the word normal also, so it's binomial. Binomial is always countable. So countable one is binomial, okay? So binomial, most important is to use this particular formula. So to use this particular formula, this formula only work when they are equal, not when they are bigger, smaller. So you want to do it, you're going to list out one by one. So got what possible happen? So they say maximum 2. So maximum 2, because got equals to 2, so 2 included. So you put lesser, right? So lesser got 1, got 0. So it's either 2% do not go by bus, 1% do not go by bus, or no person do not go by bus out of the 8 people. So isn't it now you guys need to do the 2 or write plus the 1 or write plus the 0. Okay, now let's start. So out of 8 people, 2 of them do not go by bus. So what is success now? What is the P stand for probability of success? So the probability of success is didn't go by bus, because now you're asking me do not go by bus. So do not go by bus is success. So please put probability of success here, 0.25 power 2. So probability of failure, 0.75. 8 people, 2 do not go by bus, 6 go by bus. So 8 of them, 1 of them do not go by bus. Probability do not go by bus, power 1. Probability go by bus, power 7. 8 people, 0 do not go by bus. So this one power 0, this one power 8. Must write the working out. So 8C2 bracket 0.25 squared times 0.75 power 6. This one I'm getting 0.3115. Next one, 8C1 times 0.25 times 0.75 power 7. This one I get 0.2670. Next one, 0.75 power 8. I guess getting 0.1001. All the answer add together, 0.6786. Dun, 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 dun. That, isn't it? This is the answer, 3 marks. So here 1 marks. This working itself worth 2 marks. I look at the answer, they give you 1 marks for 0.25, which I don't really think so. So my dear, 2 marks, 1 marks, 3 marks. That. Okay, I move on. Next one, B. The mass of fish, I'm talking about fish now, real in a pond is normally, you saw the keyword or not? Normal. So it's what? Normal distribution. 100% using the table. So normal distributed with a mean of 1.5 kg. So now they say the mean is 1.5 kg. Okay, and the standard deviation is 0.4 kg. So if the fish are graded by mass, okay, so they will grade them like grade A, grade B, grade C, like you guys also, like on max, grade A, grade B, grade C, you guys are by marks, they are by mass, how heavy you are. I think the heavier you are bigger grade lah, okay? So now, first one. Okay, first one I write here. First one they say, I know already, this one I move it down a bit so I can see it also, okay? So first one, they say, a fish is caught at random from the pond. Find the probability. So find the probability, PR. Find the probability for grade A. So when you look at the questions, you can see grade A is here. Isn't it grade A must X bigger than 2? So guys, don't tell me teacher list are one by one. No, the mass got decimal one. Mass not only 2 kg, okay, also 2.1 kg, 2.11 kg, 2.11 kg. Isn't it this is a continuous random variables. So for continuous random variables, it's always using the table. To use the table, you must have Z. So that's why the X must change it to Z. How do I change it to Z? So use the formula. Take the X minus your mean, divide by your standard deviation. This is the formula I'm using, my dear. Whenever for normal distribution, you want to do from X, change it to Z, that is the formula you guys using. So probability Z bigger than 2 minus 1.5 divided by 0.4. Are you guys getting 1.25? 1.25, okay? So guys, up to here. Do I straight away look at the table? No. Please try to draw it out. So my dear, how do you guys draw it out? My dear, I hope you guys know the table only support a normal graph. This is how a normal graph look like. Always the y-axis is in the middle, okay? So now your Z is 1.25. 1.25 is a positive number, so it will be on the right side of your origin. So now your Z bigger than 1.25, bigger than, you will sketch the right side of 1.25. So please remember, this table only support small leg of mountain. Small one, it means lesser than half. So now your shaded region is only lesser than half of the graph. So that's why this one can get from the table. And must be corner one, okay? So I always call that leg of mountain. So 1.25, the table definitely can support. So you know how to find, right? The table go to 1.2. Outside, the Z is 1.2. Go to the column of 5. You guys get 0.1056. So this answer, 0.1056. That. This one very easy one. So this one should be 1 mark. This one should be 1 mark. Should only worth 2 marks lah. Let's move on to the second part. Second part, they say, it's given that 72.84%. The moment they give you percent, you know that one is what? Probability. So probability, change it to percentage, change it to probability, divide by 100. So 0.7284. So 0.7284 of people, what happened? No? 0.7284% of the fish in the pond are grade B. So this one is actually grade B. Okay? So now, grade B, they say is what? When I look at the questions, grade B is this one. Okay, let's convert it inside. So K lesser and equals to X lesser and equals to 2 equals to 0.27284. Can I able to write out like that? So they say represent here. Represent the situation by sketching, or they want me to sketch the standard normal distribution graph. This is a standard normal distribution graph. But just now that one no marks, but this one they ask you to sketch. You must sketch it out. Express the shaded region in probability distribution. So they want you to shade the shaded region also. After that, only find the K answer. So that's the working lah. So now, again, how do we do it? So first thing first, guys, change it to Z. So remember, change it to Z is minus your mean divided by your standard deviation, like just now. Okay? Remember the in-between part, change it to Z. This is how it look like. Okay? Write nicely for you. So guys, the left side one, I mean this one, I couldn't really press the calculator. But the right side one, same like just now, is 1.25. Okay, like this. Now, it's the time for you guys to sketch. How do you guys sketch? Okay, my dear. Whenever or you guys, okay, that's how I teach my students. Now, based on this, you guys realize or not, you have the probability. So I hope you guys know this table, inside is the probability. That means now you guys already have the inside. You guys already have the probability. You guys already have the inside, which means you guys already have the probability. So when you guys already have the probability, now they want you to find the outside. How to find the outside, my dear? So that means terbalik find. So terbalik find, I always tell my students, you guys need to draw 2 graphs. So how to draw 2 graphs? Okay, my dear, look. So you guys can draw like that. Like this. Okay? We see which one correct first, my dear, okay? Just in case, you know, maybe like, no need to draw both lah, but now I check for both lah, okay? So now, your Z, okay, see, your Z got 1.25, isn't it? 1.25 is on the right side because it's a positive, correct? Then, the problem is you're not sure about this. This one can be positive, can be negative. If it's positive, it can be here. K minus 1.5 divided by 0.4. If it's negative, it will be negative, bracket, K minus 1.5 divided by 0.4. Now, like this, okay? Now, where should I sketch? So now they say the Z bigger than this, smaller than this. Isn't it sketch in between? Isn't it sketch in between? Okay, after I sketch both, I straight away know which one makes sense, my dear. I hope you guys know. The total probability for the whole graph, total probability is always what? 1. Okay, so half of the probability is what? 0.5. They are always balanced one, so it's 0.5. So which means this orange color one is definitely, this orange color one is definitely lesser than 0.5. The orange color one, very small one, lesser than 0.5, okay? But then this one, this one I'm not too sure, but that one must be lesser than 0.5. So now your probability is 0.72, 0.7. How is it possible so small? So definitely this graph doesn't make sense. This graph makes sense, okay? So you know the bottom graph is the correct graph. So actually, you guys can just rub off the top one, because this time they will give you marks for the graph. So I lazy to draw again. I just use that one. Isn't it my graph already done? And most important, I already shade everything done. So they asked me to do that. I already done it. Okay. So now you're gonna find the value for K. How do you guys find the value for K? Okay, now look carefully, guys. I hope you guys know the one that you shade, the probability is 0.7284. Okay. Now you want to find the K answer. Do you guys realize your K answer is actually this line? How do I find this line? Remember, this table only supports small leg of mountain. So small leg of mountain, that means this orange color one, you go to find definitely wrong one, because this orange is not small leg. This table only supports small leg. You should find this green color part value. So how do I know this green color part actually what is the size for that? So to find the green color size, I need to have this pink color size. So this pink color size is the one just now you guys get. Isn't it 0.1056? So when the pink is 0.1056, the orange is 0.7284, the green one, isn't it total probability is 1? So 1 minus 0.7284 minus 0.1056, I guess getting this corner 0.166. Okay, so this 0.166, my dear, how do you guys write it out? You must write it out. You cannot just write 0.166, okay? This 0.166 is actually the probability. Isn't it? It represents the left side of the K minus 1.5 over 0.4. So you must write Z smaller than negative K minus 1.5 divided by 0.4. It will be 0.166. Okay? Just now that one got equal sign. Now you are the leftover of it, so don't have equal sign. This is how you guys write it out. Must write this out, because I straight away tell you, this part worth 5 marks, right? The drawing worth 1 marks. Just now you're able to write this out worth 1 marks. You guys able to change it to Z worth 1 marks. Able to write this out, write this 0.166 out with this working out 1 marks, okay? So now you guys can go to your table. Remember, this is a terbalik find. Go inside and find 0.166. So it should be 0.1660. Inside is all descending order, my dear, okay? So just try to find the 166 row. I can see the row that having 0.1841. 0.1841, that row inside should have 166. Wow, I exactly got it. 0.97. That means my answer for the negative K minus 1.5 divided by 0.4 should be 0.97. Okay, able to write this, get another 1 marks. Move around to get the final answer. K minus 1.5 divided by 0.4 equals to negative 0.97. So K answer, negative 0.97 times 0.4 plus 1.5. So isn't it the answer 1.112? 1 marks. That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry, shouldn't be 8 marks. Then here should less 1 marks here. Okay, my dear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. This whole question worth 10 marks again. Dun, 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 dun. That. So far, so good. Feel good or not? Okay. We only left 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 6 questions. We can do it. You can do it. Let's move on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next one. Oh, I already have a feeling. Form 4, Chapter 7, Coordinate Geometry, because they haven't come out, definitely come out here. Solution by skill drawing and vector are not accepted. That means this is not real. So diagram 5 show 4 point A, B, C, D on the Cartesian plane. You can see A, they say, it's given that B, C, D is a collinear. I hope you guys know collinear means straight line. So that means they are a straight line, okay? Such that BC-CD ratio is 1:3. BC1, CD3. That's what they say, okay? A1. They say find the coordinate D in term of H. So my dear, how do I find coordinate D? So do you guys realize they already provide you what? Ratio. Obviously, you can use ratio formula. Okay? All you guys need to do now is sub inside. Then you should be able to get the answer. Ratio, ah. So guys, remember, the one that alone, it should be the middle person. Who is the middle one? C. Don't tell me, teacher, you want to find D or not D, man. No, it's always for the middle person. So the middle person for the line is H2. So the NN is actually the ratio 1 and 3. And remember, when you do it, you must cross, multiply. So must cross. Right side ratio must times left side coordinate. Left side ratio must times right side coordinate. Must cross, huh? So 3, you guys will times 2. 1, you guys will times question marks. Question marks, who will write question marks? I write X, divide by 3 plus 1. Next one, 3 times the 6 plus 1 times the Y. Divide by total ratio, 3 plus 1. Now, what can you do? You guys can compare. H equals to 6 plus X over 4. 4H equals to 6 plus X. X equals to 4H minus 6. Okay, first, I already get my X answer. Don't tell me teacher so ugly one, man. Nope, they already say in terms of H. So your answer got H inside, quite normal. Okay, so 2 equals to 18 plus Y over 4. Hey, remember everyone, you cannot write 4 straight away. You must write 3 plus 1. They won't give you the marks if you write 4 straight away. So remember to write 3 plus 1, okay? So this one, move it up, isn't it 8 equivalent to 18 plus Y? So plus, isn't it, move it over minus, isn't it negative 10? So the D answer is 4H minus 6, comma, negative 10. That. Okay? This one, that. Next part. Here are second part. Second part, they say calculate the value of H. If the area for ACD is 27. So they try to tell me the area for ACD is actually 27 units square. And then from here, they want you to terbalik, find back the H answer. So my dear, ACD, this is area. Area formula is like that, 1 over 2 modulus x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Do your memory hit back? So you want to find 3, you write 3 vertically. Can you close now? No. The first one you will write again and then only close. Can remember arrow going down, equivalent to 27. Okay, sub inside. So 1 over 2. So ACD, A coordinate is this, C coordinate is this, D coordinate, you found it, 4H minus 6, negative 10. Okay, using these 3, so let's say I start from A, negative 1, 0. Next one, I put H2. Next one, I put 4H minus 6, negative 10, and then negative 1, 0 again. Scared guys don't know, I highlight for you guys. I'm using this. Sorry, don't want this color. This. ACD. Can. Remember arrow going down first. Going down means you time them together. Must write the working for times. Negative 1 times 2 plus H times negative 10 plus 4H minus 6 times 0. Write the whole bracket. Okay. Like that. Minus all the go down. Minus all the go up. So for up, I write here. 0 times H plus 2 times 4H minus 6 plus negative 10 plus negative 10 means negative 10. Negative 10 minus negative 1. Isn't it equivalent to 27? Write nicely, okay? So 1 over 2. Now, this one times this one, negative 2. This one times this one, negative 10H. 0 times anything, 0. Minus 0 times anything, 0 again. 2 times 4H, 8H. 2 times negative 6, negative 12. Negative times negative, positive. Isn't it? There's a 10 here. Equivalent to 27. Okay? I don't like, 1 over 2 cannot really times inside the modulus because there's a modulus there. So the 1 over 2, you guys can move it over to that side, 54. So negative 2 minus 10H. Negative, positive, negative. Negative, negative, positive. Negative, positive, negative again. Okay? So negative 10H minus 8H, negative 18H. Negative 2 plus 12 minus 10, isn't it 0? Equivalent to 54. Okay? Up to here. How do I continue? Don't tell me, teacher, negative 18H come out from modulus. Cannot, my dear. There's a modulus, okay? There's an unknown H, cannot come out. So, but modulus, you guys can move it over. Become plus minus for the other side. Modulus, move it over, plus minus. So, negative 18H equals to positive 54. Negative 18H equals to negative 54. So one of the H answer will be 54 divided by negative 18. Do you guys get H negative 3? Another H answer leh, isn't it, will be positive 3. So what is my H answer? Hello, my H answer is right side of my origin. So my H answer must more than 0. My H answer can only be positive 3. That 4 marks. So this answer 1 marks, this working 1 marks. This working with the X and Y showing the working out 1 marks. This ratio working 1 marks, this answer 1 marks, 4 marks. Once you guys get the H answer 3, let's update. This one is 3. This one 4 times 3 minus 6, it will be 6. Okay lah, I done update already. Next, let's move on B. Okay lah, B I squeeze here lah, okay? I like to squeeze. My dear B. B1, they say what? P, move. The moment I see the word move, I know they're doing what? Locus for sure. So this P is actually the moving point. So moving point coordinate is always XY. Okay? So they say P move such that it is him. Him is who? The P. So P distance from B and D are equal. That means P go to B and P go to D. The distance are equal. So shall I tell you? PB equals to PD. Okay? Next, they say using the distance formula. Wow, this one quite straightforward. Locus only got 2 methods to do. One is using distance formula. One is using perpendicular. So now they say distance, 100% using distance. Find the equation of locus of P. Yes, really is using locus. So which part are using distance formula leh? Of course, left side and right side. Because left side, you are talking about distance for PB. Right side, you are talking about distance for PD. So both also need to use the distance formula. Let me write down the distance formula for you guys, but SPM not provided. Please memorize it yourself. Okay, so now left side, I'm doing PB. So P coordinate is XY. B coordinate is 2, 6. You can see, right, my dear? So Y minus 6 squared plus X minus 2 squared. Then another one, PD. So PD is this one and this one, okay? Y minus negative 10 squared plus X minus 6 squared. Okay, again? Now, left side got square root, right side got square root. Normally, how do you guys make the square root disappear? I will tell my student, whole thing you square it. Square and square root, they can set off each other unless there's something outside the square root. But now this case don't have. So I only left Y minus 6 squared plus X minus 2 squared. No more square root. This one, negative, negative, positive. Isn't it? This is our leftover. Now, expand the leftover. Shortcut method. Hopefully, your shortcut method is good. Y squared minus 12y plus 36 plus X squared minus 4x plus 4 equals to Y squared plus 20y plus 100 plus X squared minus 12x plus 36. Okay, see, if your shortcut method is good, you can straight away expand it. Super easy one. Y squared minus y squared. No more. X squared minus x squared. No more. The leftover, just move it to one side. Okay lah, I move it to the right side because I like my starting answer positive. I like my y positive. So 20 plus 12, 32y. Okay? Negative 12x plus 4x is negative 8x. The leftover is number. 100 plus 36 minus 36 minus 4. I get 96. I saw the answer at the back. They stop here. Shouldn't stop here. Can simplify, must simplify. 96 can divide by 8. 32 can divide by 8. Can. Everyone divide by 8. This one divide by 8, this one divide by 8, and this one divide by 8. Okay, this is the correct answer. Done. Okay, this one done. Let's move on to B2. B2, they say what? Okay, locus P. So that is your locus already. This is your locus P answer, okay? So they say now, the locus P intersect the y-axis at point E. So this circle, locus normally is a circle, but this is not a circle because I don't see y squared, x squared. I only can see y and x. This should be a straight line. So they say this locus intersect the y-axis at E. So that means this straight line will touch the y-axis at a point called E. That's what they mentioned. Then now they say determine. Fine. Determine whether the straight line BA and CE are parallel or not. So quite obvious, if I want to do that, I must find out the coordinate E first. How do I find out the coordinate E? So remember, they say you intersect the y-axis. So when you touch on the y-axis, we call it what? We call it y-intercept. So y-intercept got what characteristic? We know the x will be 0. So we can sub x equals 0 inside the locus equation to get the y answer out. So 0 equals to 4y minus 0 plus 12. Isn't it 4y plus 12 equals 0? So plus 12, move it over minus 12. Times 4, move it over, divide by 4. So do you guys get y? Negative 3. Y is negative 3. So once you guys get the y answer, now you guys can get the e coordinate already. The x is 0. Isn't it 0, negative 3? You guys all see that? So 0, negative 3 is e. Now they say determine. Determine whether the straight line BA and CA are parallel or not. So now, to determine whether they are parallel or not, parallel, that means what? They are gradient same. M1 M equals to M2 because this is how parallel look like. So now what you guys need to do is find out the gradient. So I should find out the gradient for BA. I should find out the gradient for CE. How do we find gradient? Remember or not? Gradient formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So first one, I'm doing BA. So this is coordinate B. This is coordinate A. I sub inside 6 minus 0 over negative 1 minus 2. So isn't it 6 divided by negative 3? Do you guys first gradient get negative 2? Is it correct? 6 minus 0, oh sorry, 6 minus 0, 2 minus negative 1. 3. Okay, the gradient for BA is 2. Okay, next one, find gradient for CE. This is coordinate E, this is coordinate C. Okay, 3, 2, and this one. So isn't it 2 minus negative 3? And then, let me see again, 3 minus 0. Isn't it 5 over 3? Okay, guys, I already know the answer. The answer is no. Straight line. No need to answer lah. No need to say why because they never say state the reason. But you must state the sentence. So straight lines BA and CE are not parallel. That. Wow, 6 marks. Where's the 6 marks for every single thing? Just now you do the locus correctly, write out the working out, 1 marks. 1 marks. Get the locus, 1 marks. Get the coordinate E, 1 marks. Stating they are not parallel, 1 marks. Get the gradient working, 1 marks. Get the gradient value, 1 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, correct. 6 plus 4. This whole question worth, just like that, they worth 10 marks. Understand, right? Okay, next question, guys. Question 11, they say. Before they say, I look at it, I straight away know lah. From 4 chapter 6, this chapter called linear law. This chapter actually really is very, very easy. So if you guys want to practice this for SPM, you better remember to try to draw it. Because even though it's very easy, but it's easier to have careless mistake as well. So very easy to drop marks also. So if you're not really capable on other chapter, then this is actually one of the choice, but you're going to be careful and you must practice on it, okay? They say, table 2 shows the values of 2 variables, x and y, obtained from an experiment. The variables x and y are related by this equation. So normally they will give you a non-linear equation, such that a and b are constant. So this is the table. So A, they say, based on the table 2, construct a table for the value log 10x and log 10y. Okay, before I do, because these particular questions didn't provide me a table, didn't provide me a graph paper, so I need to have my own graph paper. So I write inside my graph paper, okay? I expect you guys all have the questions paper, yeah? Maybe you guys can screenshot whatever I show you guys just now, so that we can read the questions together, okay? So now we are doing question 11, okay? So they're giving you the x, giving you the y. So A, they say what? Based on the table 2, construct a table for log 10x and log 10y. So guys, they want a table. So remember, construct a table cannot write in the graph paper one. You should write inside the full square. So graph paper is only for graph. But now you can see I really don't have space. So I'll write inside here. So you need log 10x and log 10y. So take out a calculator, start to press. Very easy. The first x is 2.4. So log 10, 2.4. So guys, you guys can see a lot of decimal, right? So whenever you guys want to draw it out, always when we write the decimal, we just write 2 decimal places. I repeat, 2 decimal places is more than enough. No need to write a lot because you can't draw so detailed as well. I cannot round up too much also. So next one, log 10, 3.16. I guess getting 0.50. 4996 is 50 lah, okay? Next one, log 10, 3.98. I'm getting 0.60. Must write the 0. I cannot just write 0.6, okay? They won't give you full marks on that. So next one, log 10, 6.31. Isn't it 0.80? Next one, log 10, 10. I get 1, right? Don't write 1. You write 1, you won't get full marks. You must write 1.00. When all your friends write 2 decimal places, you must also write 2 decimal places. Next one, log 10, 18.2. I guess getting 1.26. Next one, log 10y. So log 10, 1.26. I'm getting 0.10. Next one, log 10, 1.59. Getting 0.20. Next one, log 10, 2.52. Getting 0.40. Next one, log 10, 3.98. Getting 0.60. Next one, log 10, 8.91. Press yourself, log 10, 8.91. Isn't it 0.95? And the last one, log 10, 19.96. Okay, 1.30. So remember, every single thing must write in 2 decimal places, okay? Draw the table nicely, okay? Just like that, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. Okay, 2 marks here. Of course, each of them 1 marks, okay? So next one, let's move on. B. B, they say what? Plot. Draw, okay? Plot log 10y against log 10x using a scale 2 cm to 0.2 unit on both axes. Hence, draw the line of best fit. So my dear, they already say draw the y-axis, draw the x-axis. Okay, let me draw the y-axis for you guys first. So let's say the y-axis is here. Okay, then the x-axis, guys, normally you're going to be careful of negative. So normally you must have a table first, have all the value to see whether you have any negative value. So far, there's no negative value. But if you look at the value, they are actually based on whatever their value. The x value is increasing, the y value also increasing. So definitely they're going up like that. Okay, but when they're going up like that, a bit scary because your log 10y is until 0.1. 0.1 is very near to 0. So it might have some negative part. So usually in this case, I will leave some space at the bottom. Not too sure, maybe you can try first, then, try an error, then wrong already, then you can rub it off again, okay? So I don't like this particular chapter is because you never know where you need to draw it out, okay? So now, my dear, the x is, based on the log 10x, they say is every single 2 cm is 0.2 unit. So here, negative 0.2. Here, negative 0.4. Here, negative 0.6. Should be enough one. This one, 0.2, 0.4. Your log 10y maximum just until 1.3. So just need to make sure you can cover until 1.4. So 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, 1.2, 1.4. Legit can cover. But I like to give an illusion of my graph is very big. So normally I'll write the maximum I can write, which is now, for now, is log 10, 1.6. So remember to write the title, log 10y. So bottom, even though it's not necessary, but I will normally write until negative 0.8. I'll just try to maximize it, okay? And then this is the origin. For my x-axis would be same thing, 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, 1.0, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. Is 1.6 enough? Yes, until 1.26, more than enough. So isn't it, this is log 10x. Remember, for linear law, no need title. No need to write the graph of log 10y against log 10x. No need, okay? Just like that. Now, let's start to draw. Before I start to draw, let me teach you guys how to calculate the labeling first. So 0 to 0.2. So 0.2, the differences is 0.2. How many boxes in between? 10. So 0.2 divided by 10. Isn't it every single boxes will be 0.02 per box? So that guys, 0.02, 0.04, 0.06, 0.08, 0.1. So every 5 boxes is 0.1. Hopefully you guys all know how to count first, okay? So don't draw it wrongly. Draw wrongly, everything affected. So the first one is what? 0.38, 0.1. So 0.38. So here is 0.3. 32, 34, 36, 38. 38 should be here. Now put a dot line for you guys. So hopefully you guys know there is 38. So height is 0.1. Isn't it 0.1 exactly in the 5th box? So draw a cross. Don't draw dot, draw cross, okay? Next one, 0.5, 0.2. So 0.5 is in the middle here. 0.2 is the height here. That, okay? The blue color one, the one I try to label the dash. No need to put one, okay? I just try to tell you where it is. I scared you guys don't know how to draw. And then the next one, 0.6, 0.4. 0.6, 0.4, quite an easy one. Draw a cross. And then next one, 0.8, 0.6, 0.8, 0.6, again across here. And then next one, 1.0, 0.95. 0.9 is here. 92, 94, 96, 95, isn't it? Right at the middle. Here is 0.95, okay? And then the last one, 1.26, 1.3, 1.26, 24, 22, 24, 26, 26 is here, the third line. And then 1.3, 1.3 should be this height. Okay, third line, fifth box. Okay, here, that. Now, my dear, you can check all the cross. Okay, now look at all of them. Don't tell me you draw a S shape. Hello, this chapter called linear law. Linear means straight line, everything straight one. So quite obvious you can't draw a straight line that connect everything, right? So you're gonna draw best fit line. Best fit line, that means you're gonna draw a straight line that can touch majority of them. If you cannot touch 2 points on the right, you should have 2 points cannot touch on the left. So balance is most important. So normally I will ask my students to take their ruler out, and best your ruler is half transparent now, so you guys can see lah, or which one you guys can touch, which one you guys cannot touch. So try your best to draw a best fit line, okay? So best fit line. Let me try to draw it out. If I using, wait, I see whether I can. Okay, my dear, you see, like that? I don't think so. You know why I don't think so? It's like that. You see, some of the students, they will tell me, teacher, this one can touch 3. Yes, you can touch 3. But there's 3 points you cannot touch all on the right side. Imbalance. Can you guys see that, my dear? You're going to make them balance. Balance is very, very important. So let me try again. If I'm using this one. Oh, this one also cannot. You see, this one, if I touch this one, 3 points on the left, 1 point on the right. If I like that, the right side one is very far away also. So let me check again. What should I draw? Okay, this one seems okay. Let me try. Extend it again. Okay, so my dear, you see this one, okay? I touched 2 points. Only 2 points, okay? The second one and the second last one. And then I got 2 points on the left, 2 points on the right, and you can see that gap to the line is almost the same. So it's not very far away, okay? This is how you guys draw a balanced graph. And now you guys need to, okay, cannot stop here, Now you guys need to connect your graph up to your y-axis. Okay lah, agak like that. Not bad. Okay, my dear. So this is how my graph look like. So the graph itself worth how many marks? Let me check. So sorry. Okay, 3 marks. So my dear, remember, when you want to get the 3 marks, your x-axis must label correctly, your y-axis must label correctly, your point must put on the correct place. So don't try to tell me this one you want to amend it on top. No, teacher know that the marking scheme actually very obvious. They will know that which one is not on the line. You cannot purposely make them on the line, okay? So every single thing labeled correctly, 3 marks, okay? So there you go. You guys already get 5 marks and still got what? C. C, they say what? C, they say right. X power 4 equals to by in linear form. So guys, you're going to change this into linear form. So they will give you marks for that. And then they say hence by using the graph. So guys, by using the graph, this is a very important keyword. I always tell my students, whenever they say using the graph, you cannot using word substitution to get the answer. You get the answer, even the answer correct, they won't give you marks because they already mentioned very clearly using the graph. You must use the graph to get the answer, not using mathematics to get the answer. You understand? Then they say find the value of A, find the value of B. Okay, let's do one by one lah. Let's change the equation to linear equation first. So what is linear equation? Linear equation means y equals to mx plus c. So whenever you guys want to from non-linear change it to linear, you must know what is your big Y, what is your big X. How do you guys know what is your big Y, what's your big X? Super easy. Look at your graph. Your graph Y-axis is always the hint for your big Y. Your graph X-axis is always your hint for the big X. So you guys know that the big Y is log 10 Y, the big X is log 10 X, so must have log 10. So do they have log 10 now? No. What should you do? Add. So guys, remember, when there's no log at all, you need a log, you can add. But of course, add log, you need to be fair. Left side add 1, right side add 1. So this is x power 4. This is by. So I think for logarithm, all of you guys know the power can move in front. Then don't tell me, teacher, this log 10 by, can I say like that? No. Because remember, what you want? Y equals to mx plus c. Who will, like, you know, the y normally is y alone. Don't have b at the side one, my dear. And most important, your big Y also don't want the b. So the b, you're going to separate it. So don't tell me, teacher, b move out. Cannot. They are inside the log, so cannot move out one. So this is log 10b, they are what? Times relation. Times relation actually can separate them. Hopefully you guys remember the formula. B right in front, Y right at the back. So B and Y is times. Separated is a plus. I almost can see it already. Remember, you want Y equals to mx plus c. So the Y should alone here. And then the log 10b, I will move it over to the left side. Nah, isn't it like that? 4 log 10x minus log 10b. Done. Not sure what you feel. I think I already can see Y equals to mx plus c. Can you guys all see that? Y equivalent to mx plus c. Is that a 4? Oh, that's not a 4. That one is an A. The one I'm thinking, where is the A? Is A, guys, sorry. A. Okay, like this, okay? Let me double check and see whichever I get makes sense or not. You see, the big Y I get is log 10 Y based on the position. So isn't it tally with whatever I should get? And then the big X is log 10 X. Isn't it again tally with whatever I get as well? So if the log 10Y same, the log 10X same, I think the rest should be the same also. So under compare, isn't your gradient should be same as your A? Isn't it your C should be same as your negative log 10B? So now the question want to find A and B using the graph, you just need to find M and C. Let's start from C. C usually very easy one. C, it means the Y and the Z. So look at your graph. Your graph touch the Y-axis at what value? That is your Y and Z. Let me check mine. Wow, my one quite nice. This one, okay, this one negative 0.5. 52, 54. I get negative 0.54. Do you guys get negative 0.54 also? I hope you guys get the same thing. So my C, okay, very light. Negative 0.54 equals to negative log 10B. I have negative, you got negative, negative, negative together become positive. So how do we get B answer? Log, move it over, shift log. Remember, log, bring it over, anti-log, shift log. You guys get the answer 3.467. Dun, 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 dun. That is my answer for B. You want to write 4 decimal places also can, 4 significant figure also can. So normally I write more lah, okay? So now, other than that, they also want to find A. How do I find A? So guys, to find A, I must have a gradient. So which gradient you guys can use? Remember, gradient have a formula. Everything must use graph, cannot using sub method. So gradient, isn't it the formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, provided you guys have 2 points. So guys, when you look at the graph, you can use any point on the graph. So please don't tell me you want to use these. Of course cannot lah. They are not on the graph. So you can only use those that are on the graph. So actually, this one and this one isn't it on the graph. I decided to use these two, okay? It's not necessary to write the coordinate, but I write for you guys, yeah? So the second one is actually this point. Wait, this point. 0.5, 0.2. So this one, isn't it 0.5, 0.2? This one pencil, don't need to write one, okay? I just write as a teacher because I scared you guys don't know which one I'm using. And then second last one, isn't it this one? 1, 0.95. Isn't it this one? 1, 0.95. Then now we're going to just draw a dotted line, dotted line, dotted line. Quite nice, these 2 points. This dotted line is actually a proof to teacher that you are using these 2 points to find the gradient. So it's always a right angle triangle. So now, you guys not necessarily must use these two, my dear. You can use any point on the line. But I just like these two, since these two is already on my graph, okay? And it's already provided. So now I just press calculator. I got the A answer, 3/2. Done. 5 marks for this working. Where's the 5 marks? The moment you guys get the linear equation, quite obvious, 1 marks. You guys get the C, 1 marks. You guys get the B answer, 1 marks. You guys get the A, 3/2, 1 marks. You guys do the gradient working out, another 1 marks. And this question, worth 10 marks. Dun, 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 done. So far, so good. Because if this one done, section B, we are done. Let's move on to section C. Remember section C, guys, got 4 questions. Need to choose 2 questions. I highly recommend you guys index number or solution of triangle. These 2 is actually my favorite. If these 2, you guys basic not very good, you guys can watch my YouTube. I do have videos about these 2. Basic, okay? From basic onwards, okay? So you guys can try to watch if you guys are good at that too. Of course, I will do all 4 lah. Wait, a bit lag. Very lag. Okay, my dear, let's move on. The next one. Okay, question 2 of section C. They say, I look at it, I straight away know. I just straight away know, okay? From 4 chapter 9, solution of triangle, they say, a solution by skill drawing is not accepted. That means this is not accurate scale. Diagram 6 shows a model. I can see that. The model consists of a vertical wall, A, B, C, D, and a horizontal floor, C, D, E, F. Now, my dear, every single sentence is important. You guys not really like to read every single thing. You guys just scan and then expect like they are saying the usual thing. But you better read every single word because, guys, this is vertical wall. This is horizontal floor. You know means what, no? This one is the floor. And this is the wall. So, my dear, if this is, wait, see, look at me, please. If this is the floor, this is the floor. If this is the wall, isn't it these 2 between will be 90 degrees? Because wall won't be sengit, what? Floor won't be sengit, what? Make sense or not? So with that, my dear, you guys should know this part is 90 degrees. A lot of students wrong for this question is because you never realize this one is 90 degree because you never read this sentence. I'm serious about it, okay? So they say CDEF is parallelogram. So here and here definitely parallel. Here and here definitely parallel. So if they're parallelogram and the top one quite obvious because here 90 degree ma. So isn't it here also 90 degree, here also 90 degree, here also 90 degree. So that means this one 35 cm, this one 35 cm. The left one 4 cm, this right one 4 cm. This 35 cm, this one also 35 cm. See, I just try to write every single thing I'm able to write. There's a line here, isn't it? We can use the zigzag concept that you guys learn under mathematics. Here 30 degree, isn't it? Here also 30 degree. Here 80 degree, isn't it? The next door here also 80 degree. Okay lah. I feel like I write a lot of things already. I think I also can find this one because this is a triangle, right? So 180 minus 80 minus 30, isn't it? This particular part will be 70 degree. So if this 70 degree, isn't it? This one also 70 degree. Okay, I feel like I write a lot of stuff before I start. So A1. So guys, A1, they say what? They say find the value for CF. Okay, let's see where CF, yeah? So guys, this one, C to F. Okay, C to F is this one. How do I find C to F? Of course, you're going to concentrate on the triangle that come with C to F. Isn't it like this? So my dear, I'm finding, wait, put color for you so that you guys know what I'm doing. I'm doing this yellow color one, which I think this yellow color one actually come with quite a lot of information. So this is F, this is C, okay? I know here 35. I know here 80. I know here 70. And I know here 30 degrees. So guys, I hope you guys know solution of triangle actually only got 4 formula. 2 of them is area. So you're not finding area. So either using sine rule or cos rule, only these 2. So I normally check sine rule. Sine rule just need to have 2 opposite. So this one opposite, isn't it 30 degree? 1 opposite. 35 cm opposite, isn't it 80 degree? 2 opposite. So once they got 2 opposite, you guys can straight away using your sine rule. Now this is sine rule formula. All you guys need to do is sub inside. So now I want to find CF. So CF opposite is 30 degree. Another one is 35 cm. 35 cm opposite, isn't it 80 degree? So CF answer will be divide both up times. 35 divided by sine 80 times sine 30. Okay. 35 divided by sine 80 times sine 30. I guess getting 17.7699. Okay, 77 that means. CM. Done. Got the answer? Update or diagram. Please always update. Here 17.77. Here 17.77 as well. To-do. Done. Let's move on to the second part. Find the area of ACE. Normally, I'll look at the marks. You see the marks is 6 marks. So just now that one so short, I think 2 marks only. So this one worth 4 marks. This one should work a lot of stuff on, okay? So my dear, for A2, maybe I do here. A2. They say they'll find area of ACE. Okay, where's ACE? Let me put a color for you guys. ACE. So A to C. C. Wow. You can see lah, ACE is not a triangle that you guys are able to see. It's eventually a transparent one. So you're going to have a new information about this triangle. Okay, so look, ACE. So my dear, this is like another line, okay? So this question is actually a 3D question, okay? So this ACE is not something you guys can find based on whatever you guys have now. You need to purposely focus on this new triangle called ACE. So for me to find ACE, not that hard. First thing first, guys, I'm going to find AC first. AC not hard because the back of the wall is actually a rectangle. You send a cut like that, isn't it? You guys get a right angle triangle. Isn't it a right angle triangle? Here, you know it's 35. Here, no, you know it's 4. You want to find this AC, isn't it? It's the hypotenuse. So hypotenuse, isn't it? Can use Pythagoras theorem. Isn't it the short one square plus the short one square square root it? I should be able to get the last longest one. Makes sense, right? So guys, press your calculator. Do you guys get 35.2278? Okay, so this one is 35.2278. Now, scared you guys don't know, I write everything for you guys. 35.2278. Okay, what else I have? Actually, this blue color one, I don't even have any angle. So I think I can only focus on, the triangle. So the triangle, guys, how about this one? Okay, this one also not very hard based on my view. Because this one is actually under what? Again, it's under another right angle triangle. Nah, my dear. So you see, it's very important for you guys to realize the word vertical wall, horizontal length, floor. Because with that, this orange color one is actually a right angle triangle. So the height is 4. The bottom, just now you guys get 17.77. So now you need EA, right? So EA, isn't it, again, can do Pythagoras theorem. So how do I do that? So EA, isn't it, can use the short one square plus another short one square. Square root it, able to get the last one. I guess getting 18.2146. So this one is 18.2146. 18.2146. Okay. So guys, other than this 18.2146, I think I need EC also. Now, EC is not right angle triangle, now my dear, E to C is here. So E to C based on this one, the bottom one. It's not a right angle triangle, right? My dear, quite obvious, they are not 90 degree. This is not even 90 degree. So you can focus on this pink color triangle. Draw your color. Scale, I guess cannot see. This one. This pink color, okay? So guys, this pink color triangle, maybe I draw it here. Okay lah. Cannot, my dear. I quite good, I draw every single shape for you guys, okay? Hopefully you guys can focus on based on color. So this one 80, this one 30, isn't it? This one 110 degree. So isn't it here 17.77? Isn't it here 35? Isn't it now you just want to find EC? So I think all of you guys know, I'm not doing area. I'm doing like just the angle and length. So either using sine rule or cos rule. So sine rule must have two opposites, like just now the A1. So this one, the one I want to find opposite is 110. 35 opposite, don't have. 17.77 opposite, don't have. So I don't think I can do sine rule. But I think I can do cos rule. Cos rule, isn't it using this one? This is how the cos rule formula look like. Hopefully you guys know how big the mouth open called A. So now you're going to find A. Do you have B? Yes. Do you have C? Yes. Do you have in between angle? Yes. So isn't it you can use the crocodile mouth method. So now you're going to find EC squared. So one side 35. Another side 17.77 minus 2 times 35 times 17.77 times the middle angle cos 110 degree. So now, press calculator, get the answer. 35 squared plus 17.77 squared minus 2 times 35 times 17.77 times cos 110. Square, move it over square root. I guess getting 44.34198. Okay, 44.342. 44.342 without any angle. So guys, without this angle, also I can get the answer. Why are you able to get the answer? Because with this tree length, you're able to find the area formula using you're able to find the area using Heron formula. Don't know whether you guys remember Heron formula, but Heron formula look like this: S bracket S minus A times S minus B times S minus C square root it. Then the problem is, how do we find S? S is always the A, B, C add together, divide by 2. If I'm not mistaken, this formula is not provided in SPM. Let me check for you guys. Yep, not provided. So this Heron formula, you need to memorize yourself. So first, I need to find S. How do I find S? So I take the 3 side, I call it A, B, C. Add together, divide by 2. So isn't it 18.2146 plus 35.2278 plus 44.342. After that, everyone divide by 2. So 18.2146 plus 35.2278 plus 44.342 divide by 2. I guess getting 48.8922. That's my S. So write out the value. 48.8922 times, must write the working, cannot straight away press on. 48.8922 minus the A, 18.2146. Then 48.8922 minus the B, which is 35.2278. Then 48.8922 minus the C, 44.342. And then square root the whole thing. Sorry, press calculator. Normally I don't press this 48.8922 because now my calculator should stop at 48.8922, right? You know how I press? I press bracket answer. Answer means 48.8922 lah. Bracket answer minus 18.2146. Okay? Bracket answer minus 35.2278. Bracket answer minus 44.342. Enter. Remember, after that, square root the whole thing. Isn't it the answer 305.38 cm squared? Done. 4 marks from here. Okay. So guys, here should be 1 marks. When you do the sine rule just now, should have another 1 marks. And when you do this, the moment you do the cos rule formula should have 1 marks. You use the Heron formula should have 1 marks. You getting the answer should have 1 marks. And then the Pythagoras theorem, both you do it, you together get 1 mark. So there should have 6 marks already. So let's move on. B. I do here. B, they say a pole. Suddenly have a pole. So a pole has a length of 5 cm. So pole definitely is like, you know, just now we have a floor, right? So the pole definitely is standing straight lah, okay? So they say it's placed obliquely obliquely. Okay, don't know how to pronounce, but whatever. This word, it means they are not standing straight. So my dear, standing straight is standing vertically, right? So obliquely, okay? It's actually sengek one. Okay, sengek one, at corner E. So my dear, this is corner E. Wait, what color leh? Green. This is corner E, right? There's actually a pole here. Now, standing straight like that is standing vertically. But now this one's standing sengek one. Sengek. Okay, my dear. So slanted one, a stick, okay? It used to join the top of the pole, G, to a corner A. So that means the top of this pole, we call it G. So this G, they will connect to A. Okay, never mind. I use another color. This purple color one is the stick. See, can you see? You understand or not? Green color one is the pole. Purple color one is the stick. So you're using a stick to join from G to A, the top of the pole to the A. Okay, that's what they say. Okay, next they say, such that EAG is 15 degree. EAG. Wow, very complicated there. I decided to draw another one here. So my dear, isn't it the triangle should be, okay, maybe like that. Okay, something like this. See, this is A. This is E. This is the G. Okay, so this one is the green color pole. This one is the purple color stick. Can see, my dear, every single thing refer back to whatever I just told you, okay? So now they say what? Now they say EAG is 15 degree. So this one is 15 degree, okay? What else I know about this brand new triangle? So I hope you guys can see I'm talking about this red color brand new triangle. Now this red color one, okay? So this red color one, other than that, I have what? 18.2146. So 18.2146. And then nothing else, okay? But of course, I know one thing also. The pole is 5 cm. So this one is 5 cm. Okay? So nothing else. Then they say, fine. Find the minimum length of the stick. So guys, they actually want me to find the stick length. How do I find the stick length, my dear? So actually, I can't really find the stick length because I can't even do cos rule without this angle. So maybe I should find more information first. So sometimes when you not be able to do it, you should try to find that triangle, others information. Then with more information, then at the end, you can still find whatever you need to find. So my dear, I think I can use cos rule. So this one opposite, isn't it? One opposite. Then isn't it 18.2146? I can find the angle out. Maybe I should focus on the angle first. So A over sine A equivalent to B over sine B. So we got two opposite. Okay, so 5 cm. 5 cm opposite 15 degree. Another one, 18.2146. 18.2146 opposite, isn't it, sine theta? Okay, theta. Now what can we do? Cross multiply. 5 times sine theta, 5 sine theta equals to 18.2146 times sine 15 degree. So times 5, move it over, divide by 5. 0.9429. Don't switch off your calculator, guys. Keep pressing, okay? I guess getting 70.5370 degree. Okay, this one is 70 point something. So this one 70 point something, this one 70 point something, and then, okay, wait. Should I update? Here. 70.5370. Okay, when this one is 70, I think you guys are able to find this pink one. Because triangle is 180 degree. 180 minus this, minus 15. Isn't it this corner will be 94.463 degree. Okay, now want to find this pink color question marks. I think it's quite easy because now you guys can again do sine rule. I move up. So isn't it this one opposite is here, this one opposite is here. Isn't it again got two opposite? So I'm using my sine rule formula to do another opposite. Can you guys see? So with that working, just now you guys get more information and finding the rest of them shouldn't be a problem now. So now you want to find GA. That is the length of the stick. So GA opposite is 94.463 degree. Another one, 5 cm opposite is 15 degree. So GA answer will be divide, move up, times. So 5 times sine 15 times sine 94.463. I guess getting the answer 19.25993. 259926 lah. cm. That is actually the length of the stick that needed. So there are 4 marks here. These are 1 marks, these are 1 marks. Able to get this answer with the working, another 1 marks. So altogether here, ding, isn't it exactly 10 marks? Just like that. Dun, 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 dun. Done. Can. Move on lah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. This video is so much shorter compared to 2022, right? Let's move on. Question 30. So they say what? Solution by graph sketching is not accepted. Again, it is not accurate one. A particle move. Okay. Form 5. Chapter 8. Kinematic of linear motion. So that chapter is all about differentiation, integration, and the main thing of this chapter is SVA. S stand for displacement, V stand for velocity, A stand for acceleration. Going in front is always differentiate. Coming backwards is always integrate. You got basic only, you guys do this chapter, okay? So they say a particle move along a straight line from a fixed point O. So yeah, that means they depart from O. This diagram shows the velocity time graph. So this is velocity, this is time. So the starting that time, can you see the velocity is at the bottom? At the bottom means what? Negative. Velocity negative means what? They moving to the left side. So 0 to 5 seconds, they moving to the left side. 5 seconds to 6 seconds, they actually moving to the right side. That's why positive, okay? So this is what they try to say. And then assume motion to the right is positive. So yeah, right side normally is positive lah. So with all this, let's start from A1. A1, they say find the time. So guys, find the time. Find the time in second. When the particle stop instantaneously, hopefully you guys know the keyword is stop. So the moment you stop, what equivalent to 0? Of course, your speed. Because when you stop, you didn't move. When you no move, there's no speed. It means V equals 0. Okay, so guys, how do I find out the V equals 0? No need to find out because look at the graph. The graph already draw for you. So V equals 0, isn't it? That means the height here. Correct? So when V equals 0, okay, this particular height, my dear, V equals 0. Okay, maybe I should say like that. V equals 0, isn't it? Is actually your x-intercept. Okay, because x-intercept, y equals 0. And now your y is V1. So isn't it V equals 0? So when V equals 0, isn't it? This is the height. This is the height. So your time actually only got 0 and 5 seconds. Can you see that? But they ask you to stop. So 0 haven't started now. So that's why the stop one, isn't it, should be the one after 0 second, which is actually 5th second. Done. Easy peasy, 1 mark. Okay, my dear, 0 doesn't count. That one is starting out, okay? So they say stop instantaneously. So after you depart, only you stop. 5th second, okay? Next one, find the range of the time. So range of the time, again, you have to find time. But this time, your answer comes with the bigger, smaller sign, okay? Find the range of the time in second. When the particle move towards the left, the keyword is this, move towards the left. So left side, 100% is negative. Who negative? Please don't simply tell me S or V or A. No. A stand for deceleration when they're negative. So for left side, it's either S or V. But S is talking about location. So when they say move towards the left side, do you know where's the location? You don't know. You just know you move. So whenever you move, my dear, you will have speed. So that's why whenever they say move to the left side, they are talking about V lesser than 0. Again, do you have equation to do the working? No. So no need one. Just look at the graph because you guys already have the graph. So the moment they say V smaller than 0, isn't it this is your V graph? So when your V smaller than 0, isn't it the bottom of them? So bottom of them, do you guys realize your graph is here? Isn't it the one I sketching in green is actually smaller than 0? Correct? So that range is the one that making your velocity lesser than 0. That means you're moving to the left side during the range. So the range, can you see, is 0 until 5. So your answer is T more than 0, lesser than 5. That, my dear. Just like that, another 1 marks from here. Understand? Super easy. I should have 2 marks. Yeah, 2 marks only. Not much working one. B. Now they say, if given that velocity time graph is a quadratic function, whoa. Do you guys realize they actually mix with Form 4, Chapter 2? So at Max, I like to mix Chapter 1. So cannot just one chapter good, must every chapter good. Okay, I feel like. So every single thing must know at least. Okay, no need to be good, but at least you must have basic on that. Okay, so they say, show. Gonna write the word show now. Show this equation. Guys, remember, if you're not able to do B1, it doesn't stop you to do B2 and B3 because show questions, they already give you the answer. So no matter what, you can use the answer to survive through the rest of them, okay? So now they want you to show this equation. How do you guys show this equation? So they want you guys to get a quadratic function. So when I look at this equation, okay, my dear, I hope you guys have basic of chapter 2, which are normally curve equation. We call it normally quadratic function, we write fx, okay? Or any name but normally we write fx under Form 4 chapter 2. So this form called what? General form. Hopefully you guys understand. So quite obvious, the one they ask us to show now is actually a general form. But I look at this, I don't think I can suddenly, write out a general form. So normally, based on whatever you guys normally do, you guys usually able to write out this form. Do you guys still remember this form called what? This form called vertex form. Vertex form, remember? Just now we did, after the completing a square, the one that you get is called vertex form. But this time, I don't think I am able to write vertex form because vertex form must have maximum, minimum. So you only know the x here is 2.5, but you don't know the y value. So I don't think you can able to write vertex form. So do you know, other than general form and vertex form, there's one more form that look like this. This form called what? This form called intercept form. I really feel like these questions are able to write intercept form. Just now, one of the questions in front, do you guys remember? Got do intercept form before. So let me try, you guys, try to show you guys, okay? You see, my dear, based on these 2 points, okay? You know that when your v is 0, your t will be 0 and t will be 5, correct? So based on the equation, so isn't it when, okay, see how you think about it, the equation that I write for vertex form, isn't it look like something like this, okay? So normally, this is x, this is y. Now, this is t. So isn't it all the x can change it to t now? Okay? Now, the y-axis, you call it v. Isn't it this one, you can call it v. Correct? And then, now when your v is 0, your t will be what? 0. Isn't it t minus 0? Then when your answer is 5, isn't it when you write back to the bracket, you will write t minus 5. So isn't it v equals to at bracket t minus 5. So maybe you tell me, then teacher, a you want to find, you can sub. So don't use 0 and 5 anymore. So other than 0 and 5, isn't it, they got passed through a point called 612. So you guys can sub 612 inside. So the v is 12. The t is 6. Bracket 6 minus 5. So I guess getting 6a equals to 12. So a answer, I guess getting 2. So I can write nicely, v equals to, a is 2, 2t bracket t minus 5. Is this what they want me to show? Yeah, almost there. Isn't it? Open the bracket, got it. Guys, easy or not? I don't know what you think. I think it's easy. Okay, my dear. See, got the equation. Okay, so next one, second part. Find what? Find the acceleration, which is a. They say when the t is 2. Okay, quite easy. So my dear, the next part, b1. Sorry, this one is b1. Now it's b2. b2, they say find a when the t is 2. I hope you guys understand, to find a, you must have a equation. Do you have a equation? No, but you have v equation. So remember the sequence, S, V, A. V, how to become a? Differentiate it. So guys, you guys already have your differentiate equation. You guys already have your v equation. Just differentiate it. Differentiate it called dv dt. Outside v, inside t, called dv dt. So 2 times 2, 4. Power minus 1, 1. 1 times negative 10, negative 10. Power minus 1, no more t. That is my a equation. So once you guys got your a equation, right? Now you guys can sub your t equals to 2 inside. So isn't it, when my time is 2, if I sub inside, I get negative 2 meter per second. Dun, 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 dun. Done again. Can. Quite easy, right? Move on, my dear. The third one. Okay, I move down first. 8 marks for the B, so should have a lot of working. So the third one, they say, find the distance. Okay, guys, remember, distance is jarak. So actually, SVA, none of them is jarak. S is displacement. V is velocity. A is acceleration. Which one linked to jarak? Displacement. Because displacement means location. So whenever you want to know the jarak, you want to know the distance between them, you must know where is my location. You must know where is your location. Only we can find the distance between us, correct, my dear? So whenever you find distance, actually you need to find S. Because S is actually the displacement, okay? So you need to find the S traveled by the particle from p second until 6 seconds. So my dear, normally they will say first 6 seconds. First 6 seconds, it means 0 to 6 seconds. But now they say p second until 6 seconds. That means p to 6. So the p is not 0. Then they say such that p is the time when the maximum velocity is achieved before changing its direction. Okay, there's 2 keywords here. Okay, so first thing first, they say, this P, you're going to find this P first. You don't know the P, you don't know how to start, correct? So the P, how do you guys find? So P happen on what timing? When you have maximum velocity. So remember, velocity is V. Maximum, it means what? Under differentiation, you guys know that dy dx equals 0. But now we say maximum velocity, so you will call it dv dt equals 0. And dv dt, we can also name it as A. dv dt, we can also name it as A. So we can say A equals 0. So my dear, isn't it you guys do have A equation here? Let me do the third one here. So isn't it you guys can do A equals 0. So this is your A equation. So 4t minus 10 equals 0. Minus 10, move it over plus 10. Times, move it over divide. isn't it your t will be 5/2? You guys see that? So that is actually the timing for your p, okay? Before changing its direction, okay? Changing its direction, guys. Okay, that's how I tell my students. Whenever you change your direction, that means you supposedly go into the right side, and then you turn to the left side, you know, my dear. So when you change direction, right, that means you're making a U-turn. So whenever you want to U-turn, okay, I always tell my students, whenever you want to make a U-turn, you always brake first. Check got car not. No car, only you guys turn. So that's why whenever you want to U-turn, you need to stop first. And stop got what characteristic? Stop, the characteristic is V equals 0. Okay, so I check when they make a U-turn, my dear. You need to check U-turn whenever you want to find distance. So I need to do V equals 0. So isn't it V equation is here? Isn't it 2t squared minus 10t equals 0? So all I divide by 2. After that, isn't it I can pull out the t, manually factorize. Isn't it you guys getting the answer 0 and 5? So 0, you stop is because starting. That means on the 5th second, you U-turn. So guys, now I know how to find already. Look, guys, look. So for the third one, I do here. The third one, they want to find the distance, okay? The distance from the p second to the 6th second. This is the timing of that, okay? They say the p is when you have your maximum acceleration, which you guys already get. It's actually 5/2. 5/2 is 2.5 lah, okay? So that means you want to find the time from 2.5 to 6. But you couldn't straight away find from 2.5 up to 6 because you have a U-turn in between. So whenever you guys have a U-turn in between, please separate do it. So how to do that, my dear? Okay, listen. You want to find total distance. Distance is almost same as S because you must have location, only can find distance, okay? So how do we find location? Remember the sequence SVA. So now you guys got V, okay? V, how to go to S? Integrate. Okay, guys, remember the sequence. You see? SVA. You guys now got V. You want to find S. Is it coming backwards is integrate. So going in front, differentiate. Coming backwards, integrate. So now you guys have V. You want to find S, integrate the V. So when you integrate, if they are just first 6 seconds, you will put 6/0 here. If they say first 2 seconds, you will put 2/0 here. Now you are 2.5 seconds to 6 seconds, you will put 2.5 here. But like that is wrong because you do have a U-turn in between. So whenever you guys have a U-turn, right? So before U-turn might be positive. Then after U-turn, will suddenly the answer become negative, you know. So the negative positive will make a huge difference because when you look at your graph, isn't it this one is at the bottom, this one is at the top. So isn't it just now I got teach you guys the questions that whenever it's at the top, bottom, the area will be negative. Whenever they are on top, the area will be positive. But distance same as area. They don't have negative answer. So you can get a negative answer, isn't it must add a modulus to change it to positive. That is the reason. Cannot put 6, 2.5. So you know what you need to do? You need to put 2.5 to 5 and then 5 to 6. So you need to do before integrate, before U-turn and after U-turn. Must separate in this way. So your V equation is what? Your V equation, isn't it 2t squared minus 10t dt? 6, 5. 2t squared minus 10t dt. Okay? Now, let me start to integrate it. So, power plus 1, divide. This one 1. 1 plus 1, 2, divide by 2. No need to write plus C because you guys have number to sub. Separate do, definitely one answer positive, one answer negative. Later show you. Okay, 6, 5. No more space. Never mind, I write here, okay? So guys, sub 5 inside. 2 bracket 5 cube over 3. Minus 10 and 2 cut, left 5. 5 square. Minus 2 bracket 2.5 cube over 3. Minus 5, 2.5 square. Okay, plus, separate to another one is 2 bracket 6 cube over 3 minus 5, 6 square minus 2 bracket 5 cube over 3 minus 5, 5 square. Okay, like this. Let me press calculator. 2, 5 cube over 3 minus 5, 5 square. Okay, getting negative 1, 2, 5 over 3. Better write out one by one lah. Then you won't make any mistake. I thinking in that way lah. Okay, wait over 3 minus 5, 2.5 square. Just calculate yourself negative 125 over 6. Then the back one, 2, 6 cube over 3 minus 5, 6 square. Negative 36 minus negative 125 over 3. Okay, let's see which answer is positive, which answer is negative, because definitely one is negative answer. Seems like it's the front one. Then another one should get a positive answer. Yup. See? Fact check. Isn't it one answer negative, one answer positive? So before integrate is a negative answer. After integrate is a positive answer. Because 0, you see, look at it. Very scared you guys to understand. Because 2.5 second to 5 second, isn't it 2.5 is here? 5 is here. Isn't it this part? It's seriously the area is at the bottom. That's why it's negative answer. So negative answer must add a modulus. And then from 5 second to 6 second, isn't it 5 second to 6 second? You are actually on top based on your area. So your area should be positive. That's why that one is positive. So remember to add a modulus. Can suddenly add halfway one. No worries, okay? So now combine them together. Are you guys getting the answer? 53 over 2. Or you want to write decimal also can. 26.5 meter. Dun, 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 dun. 8 marks. A lot, man. Where's the 8 marks? Wait, okay. When you're able to get the A, 1 marks, able to show it, 1 marks, able to get the A equation, differentiate it correctly, 1 marks, able to get the A answer, 1 marks. Another 4 marks come from this bottom part. Of course, able to get the answer, 1 marks, able to integrate it and sub in the correct value, 1 marks, able to do A equals 0 to find the maximum velocity time, 1 marks, and then write the equation with checking the U-turn, another 1 marks. Just like that, this question will. Dun, 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 dun. So far, so good, everyone. Move on lah. Still got last 2 questions, okay? Stay with me. Don't skip. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Next. Don't like this chapter. So guys, this is Form 5, Chapter 7, Linear Programming. So this chapter, again, I don't suggest this because even though this chapter is easy, but this chapter always very time consuming. And if you got do SPM 2022, it's quite hard. So actually hard or easy, it depends on how they come out. So you're going to be careful of that, okay? So this one, they say, Julie produced 2 types of doll, Mao and Toad. Table 3 shows the information regarding the dolls produced. So Mao produced X of it. Toad produced Y of it. So the Mao the cost of produce the Mao is 16 ringgit 80 cents per doll. And then for Toads, it's 14 ringgit. That's whatever they say lah. So first one, the total number of Mao and Toads produced is less than P. So my dear, the total. So Mao I produce X. Toad I produce Y. So isn't it total must lesser than P? So I think you're able to write an equation like that if you understand it lah, okay? Second one, the number of toad, isn't it? I produce Y of them. So Y is what? More than Q. So my dear, they never talk about X, only Y. So isn't it Y more than Q? Okay, again? Next one. The number of toad doll, isn't it, is Y. Produced is not more than 2 times the Mao doll. Mao, isn't it, X. So Y not more than 2 times X. Very direct one. No need to think one. Directly right. Y. Not more. Cannot more. Cannot more means what? Can less. Can equal or not? Can. Because they just say cannot more. So only more cannot. Equal can, lesser can. So isn't it lesser and equal? Lesser equals to 2 times of X. Isn't it 2X? Okay, these 3 equations, you must make sure you write correctly first, okay? Now, let's look at A. Constraint 1 and 2. You see, my dear? This 1 and 2 is actually these first 2 whatever lah. First 2, okay? So for these first 2 are shown in the graph in page 116. So that means the next one, they actually got draw for you already. No need you to draw already. These 2 already draw. The shaded region represent the point which satisfy both constraints. So that means instead of asking you to draw, they draw for you. Then after they draw for you, they ask you to find the value for P and then Q. 1 marks. Don't have half marks. You're going to correct both. Only you guys able to get a 1 marks, you know. So my dear, let's go to see the graph. See, the graph is here. Wow, they even sketched for you already, my dear. So first thing first, if I am you, the first thing is, okay guys, look, P and Q, the yellow color one, isn't it? I should compare these 2 equations. So this equation is quite easy to look because based on what I taught you in the previous, don't know which question is that, but just now I got 2. So this particular equation, isn't it only got Y? When the equation got X got Y, they are a slanted line. Remember? But if the equation got X got Y, they are slanted line. But if only got Y, they are horizontal line. So you guys can look at here. When you look at this, isn't it these questions? Other than this line, the shaded region they shade also restricted by this line. So you see, this is the two line. So this equation, isn't it, should represent the y equals to q. Okay, so this line is what? The height is 4. Isn't it? That means this one they should write y equals to 4. And you see where they sketch the top of 4. That means it will be y bigger than 4. So you can 5, 6, 7, 8, but you cannot be 2, 3, 1. Make sense, right? So isn't it y bigger than 4? That means that the q should be 4. You see? Isn't it? They exactly say y bigger than q. So yep, the q supposed to be 4. No working one. Okay, next one, you want to find the p. So to find the p, so another equation would be this yellow color one. X plus y lesser than p. So isn't it should be this one? X plus y lesser than p. How I so sure is this? Because they got x, got y, it must be slanted line. And that is the only slanted line you guys able to see there. Okay? And this one quite easy one because, okay, smaller ma. Smaller, isn't it? That means you will sketch down. So you will understand why the shaded region is sketched down, not sketched up. Okay? And then most important, here what you touch? 16. What do you touch here? 16. I can straight away tell you. The P is 16, everyone. For those who are not too sure, I can double check for you guys. You guys look at this. So whenever you want to find the x and y, right? Whenever you guys draw the graph, when this side I put 0, this side I put 0. If the equation is x plus y equals to 16. So if the x you sub 0, isn't it your y straight away can come out 16? If your y is 0, isn't it the x come out is also 16? So that's the reason you're able to sub 16, 16. Definitely the x plus y equivalent to 16. Okay, it's a fact check. The more you do, the more you will understand about this part, okay? But this one no need to show lah. So it's 16. So my dear, that means my P should be 16. Together, these two correct, only got 1 marks. If half correct, there's no half marks. There's no half marks in MX, okay? B, they say, write an equality for constraint third one. 3, other than x bigger and equals to bigger than 0, y bigger than 0. So then this is the equation. You guys already write low, y smaller and equals to 2x. So this equation worth 1 marks. I remember the answer at the back wrong. So they say, hence, on the page 116, construct and label the region R that satisfy all of the constraints. So guys, with this add-on equation, you're going to draw out and shade the region R. So this one is what? Y equals to 2x. Okay, right here. So now we're going to draw this third line called y equals to 2x. So whenever you guys want to draw one more line, I always tell my students, you guys need to have a table. Try to find some point out. How many points? Actually, 2 is enough, but I like to find 3 just in case you guys careless or anything. So if x I sub 0, y I get 0. For those who don't know, you can try to sub. When x is 0, legit your y is 0. Can see that? Next one. Maybe I x sub, let's say 4. If I x sub 4, my y I get 8. How I know? I sub and see. Y equals to 2 times 4. Isn't it? It's 8. Okay? Next one, let's say I try to put 8. If I put 8, it should be 16. Check for you. Y equals to 2 times 8, isn't it? My y will be 16. Can? 0, 0, 4, 8, 8, 16. 0, 0 will be here. 4, 8 will be here. 8, 16 will be here. Take a ruler out, connect it together. Guys, this connection, okay, after you draw, write the equation at the side. Don't write bigger, smaller, write equal. Every single straight line equation should write equal. So this straight line called y equals 2x. This is a brand new line. Okay? Don't tell me, teacher, why this one they draw dot line? Teacher, this one I draw dot line. No, you draw solid. When you draw solid, where you draw dot. So please remember, last SPM past year we did already. Whenever you guys got equal sign, always draw solid line. Got equal sign, always draw solid line. When there's no equal sign, you guys will need to draw dotted line. So do you guys realize just now the first two equations don't have equal sign? So that's why that one all need to draw dotted line. So the original two line, they draw dotted line. But yours now is a solid line lah. Okay? So now you say what, my dear? Based on your equation, you are actually y smaller and equals to 2x. So whenever you guys want to know where to sketch, you will base on your y. Always based on your y, and your y must be a positive y. If they are negative y, make them positive first. So your y, check whether they are bigger than another side or smaller than another side. Quite obvious now it's smaller. So smaller, you will sketch the bottom of this part. So the bottom of this part that is under this shaded region, isn't it the one that you will sketch at the end is this part? Now, can you guys see this? Okay, sketch like that, write R inside. Can? I put color, can? Very scared you guys couldn't see. So this is actually my region R. So I hope you guys understand. Later on, your answer all generated inside here. Because this is the part that fulfill every single thing for this question. Okay, this is region R. Can. So guys, this one done. Let's move on. Okay, next one. Here. Okay, C. How many marks are 3 marks? Forget to say. This equation 1 marks. Able to draw this line out 1 marks. Able to sketch correctly 1 marks. Can. So just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 marks already. Still have 6 marks come from C. So C, they say what? Let me read for you guys. Use the graph, construct in B. So cannot using your brain, must use the graph. So use the graph, okay? Can I rub off this? No space. Very lack of space, okay? So my dear, okay, the first one. They say, on a particular day, the ratio of the number of toad is Y, to the number of mild dolls, which is X, produced is 3:2. Isn't it? Y ratio X is 3:2. So remember, ratio can always write as fraction. Y over X equals to 3/2. From here, I know 2Y equals to 3X if needed lah. I run until here first lah, okay? So determine, find the possible number of mild dolls produced on that day. So my dear, now they have to find the number of mild doll. Mild is actually X. Okay? How do I find the X answer? Okay, the only guys, always whenever after you guys sketch the graph, they will ask on some extra thing. They will tell you, oh, when X is 5, what is your Y? When your Y is 10, what is your X? Or something like that. Then they like to ask maximum minimum. But this one, they never say find maximum minimum. So guys, remember, whenever they find maximum, you will use the furthest point. Furthest point. Whenever they will find the minimum, you will use the nearest point. Then now, do they say maximum minimum? No. They just say find the possible numbers. So you need to find all the possible answer inside that range. But of course, for you guys to find all the possible answer, you need to sketch this thing first. Because if you never sketch this one, you won't know where is the answer. So now your equation is 2y equals to x. You need to draw this line out. Okay, my dear, this is the only information they give you. So normally if they just say x equals to 3, you will just draw a vertical line. Very easy ma. X only ma. If they say y equals to 3, you will just draw a horizontal line. But if the equation got x got y, isn't it same like whatever we did just now? You need to have a table to find some value out. Okay? So the table, find how many points also can. Let's say again, I find 3 points. Okay? So x, I put 0. If x, guys, I sub 0 inside, our y get 0. Okay? So now x, how about I sub 4? Let's try 4. 4 times 3 divided by 2. My y is 6. How about next one? I sub 8. Is it too big? 8. 8 times 3 divided by 2. Okay lah, not bad. 12. Okay lah, this is the point that I have it. Let's try to draw. 0, 0, 4, 6. 0, 0 is here. I use pink color. 0, 0. 4, 6 is here. And then 8, 16. 8. No, not 8, 16. I see wrongly. 8, 12. Here. Now, guys, this is the line. This pink color line is the working line. It is working line. Please put dot, dot line. Okay, I put a dot, dot, dot for you guys. Can I be cheating like that? So this pink color line is the dot, dot line, okay? So guys, remember, if the question, okay, look, the line, guys, if the line is, okay, look at me, everyone. If the line is horizontal, you will from left side looks towards the right side because that is how they increase, okay? If they are vertical line, you will from bottom look to the top because this is how they increase, okay? But if a slanted line like that, easily they will increase in this direction. Make sense? Because they slowly grow up like that, right? So if they slowly grow up like that, okay, the first one you touch is minimum. The last one you touch is maximum. There's always minimum, maximum. But now they want possible. So they want all answer. So please don't tell me, teacher, here is the first answer. No, that is not the first answer. You know why I'm so sure or not? Because please look at all the value here. All the value here is decimal. Can you produce 2.5 door? Cannot, right? So you cannot have decimal. So eventually your answer, my dear, actually should be kept. Since they're able to say possible numbers of doors, so I don't think the answer got a lot one now, okay? So when you look at it, my dear, this one is what? 2.6 door. Where to have 2.6 door, right? So your answer must be on this row or this row. All these boxes. Okay, let's try to check. So when I look at it, I use purple, my dear. So 2, okay, this is 2, 2. After that, I got those I get whole number here. Guys, 4, 6. This is the first whole number I am able to see. Don't tell me, teacher, 3, 5, 3, 5 is here. but your line is here. You never touch 3, 5. So don't tell me 3, 5, okay? 4, 6. After that, if I go on, oh, one more here. 6, 9. And then no more. You can really check the pink color line. You can see every single point you touch there is all decimal except this 2 whole number. Don't tell me teacher outside also got teacher 8, 12. Guys, 8, 12 is not inside the range already. It's not inside your region R. So not inside your region R, it's not possible for you to achieve that. So you can only achieve those within the region R, which is the blue color one. So which is 4, 6, and 6, 9. Okay? They want the possible value for X, which means only got 4 and 6. So guys, isn't it your X answer is 4, 6, done. Legit, just like that, done. Next one, given that the total cost to produce Ma and Doll is RMK, express K in terms of X and Y. So they want to form an equation for K. So K represent what? K represent total cost. So how much is the cost, my dear? So based on the questions, they got tell you, for X, the cost is 16 ringgit 80 cents. For Y, the cost is 14 ringgit. So 16 ringgit 80 cents times X, that is the cost for X. 40 ringgit times Y, that's the cost for the tot. So total up, that's the total cost. You see, I formed the equation already. They ask you to form this worth 1 mark, okay? Now they say, hence, draw the objective function. That means draw this line out. Always need to draw one. Same like the previous question, always need to draw. Find the maximum volume. Can you guys see the word maximum? So this time, you're not finding all the possible answers already. You just find the furthest point, okay? So again, draw it out is very important. So normally, I will have a table. But these questions, if you want to draw it out, of course, don't have a K there. Lah. Normally, equation for straight line is Y equals to mx plus c. Shouldn't have any unknown there. So the unknown, you can put any value inside. Don't get my dear. Because if you let a very big number for K, then your line will be just very big. If you put a very medium value for K, okay, you can create yourself one, okay? You will just get a medium-sized line. If you use a very small value, then your line will be very small. So it just depends on what value you guys using, okay? So guys, the K, so normally I like to use the multiplication of these two because it's easier to get back a number that I'm able to draw later on. So 235.2, but 235.2 will be too big because the value I draw later on will be 16 point something, 14 point something. So I like to draw a small size, okay? It just depends on you guys. You will get the same answer. So if I like a small sign, normally you can divide by 2 or divide by 4 to make it smaller. Let's say I divide by 4. I use 58.8. I let 58.8 equivalent to this. Don't tell me, teacher, don't use 58.8? Can. You want to use what? 176.4 also can. Legit can one, okay? I just like a small one. So let's say I use 58.8. So guys, now I draw a table to find the value out. These are normally because if I draw a small one, then I won't be able to get too many points. So normally I just find 2 points for this case. So I will sub x equals 0, y equals 0. Sub inside. 58.8 equals to 16.8y. This is x. Why do I write y? Okay, the x is 0 plus 14y. So 14y equals to 58.8. Y equals to 58.8 divided by 14. Are you guys getting 4.2? Okay, this is 4.2. Okay, another one is y0. So y0, isn't it 58.8 equals to 16.8x? The y becomes 0. No more, 58.8 divided by 16.8. I guess getting the x answer will be 3.5. Isn't it this one? 3.5. Okay, now let's try to draw this out. 0, 4.2. Where is 4.2? Here. Now, scared you guys don't know how to count. Count again for you. 0 to 2 is 2. They got 10 boxes in between. Every single box is 0.2. So remember, every box is 0.2. So now your first point is 0, 4.2. So 0 that time, 4 is here. 4, one box up is only 4.2. Now this is 0, 4.2. Okay. Next one, 3.50. So 3.5 is here. 3 is here. 3.5 is in the middle here. This is 3.50. So now connect them together. Remember to put a dot line. Working dotted line. Okay, let me highlight for you guys. This purple color one is the line. So guys, how do we find the maximum? Okay, I repeat one more time for you guys. When it's a horizontal line, you will from left look to the right to see how they increase. When it's a vertical line, they will from bottom go to the top. This is how they increase. Where it's a slanted line like that, they were moving outwards to see how they increase. But when they are aligned like that, you don't tell me, teacher, look like that. No, If you look like that, my dear, your X value is actually decreasing one, So wrong, So don't tell me, teacher, that look like that. Hello, for you, if you look like that, okay, if you look downwards, isn't it your Y-axis value is also reducing? So what I teach my students is, this line, you will just need to this line, you will just need to extend it. So my dear, normally I will just put a ruler, okay, on the purple color line, start to extend it. So my dear, when you extend it will look like that. If you extend a bit, it will come to here. You extend more a bit, it come to here. So for those who are not using 58.8, if you're using a bigger number, maybe you should be able to draw this one. So that's why actually whichever line you draw it out, they're all having the same gradient. So at the end, all their maximum point is the same one. So no need worry, okay, my dear. So you just push. So you see, my dear, when you push, the first point you touch is actually the minimum. So eventually that dot is the minimum. So guys, I'm pushing using my own ruler. You please push yours also. So you push. You remember, you don't seng your ruler, my dear, you just push. So if you want to avoid your ruler seng, my teacher tell me, my teacher or my dear, how many years before, my teacher teach me to put another ruler at the bottom so I can push them front and back nicely. Okay, my dear? So you push. I think this is the last point I'm able to touch. I'm able to find out this is my maximum point. That is the last one. So don't tell me, teacher, I don't push. I look also know that one. Actually, no, Because if your line is like this, you imagine if this is the orange line, if the line is orange color, okay? You push up, isn't it? This should be maximum. Because when you push up, isn't it, the highest one is actually the tallest point. So that's why it actually really matters based on how your graph look like, okay? So how the straight line look like. So you must find the straight line out. So this is the maximum point, isn't it? This is 12.4. So maximum cost, you need to have 12x and 4y, okay? So guys, the answer is 12.4. So what is your maximum cost answer leh? So sub 12.4 inside the K equation. So 16.8 times 12 plus 14 times 4. 16.8 times 12 plus 14 times 4. I guess getting the answer RM. 257 ringgit and 60 cents. Dun, 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 dun. Done. 6 marks or where's the 6 marks? You're able to form this equation, 1 marks. You're able to get this answer, 1 marks. Okay. Then for this one, you able to express K out 1 marks. You're able to get 12 for 1 marks. You're able to get 257.6 1 marks. And then you're able to sketch the purple line graph out 1 marks. Why the purple graph got 1 marks? Because they ask you to draw the objective function. So they want you to draw it out. So you're able to draw, they give you the marks. So total like that, isn't this question worth 10 marks? Dun, 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 done. Can my dear? And the last part is the last questions already. All done? Feel good? Let's move on, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, done. I keep shouting to you guys. I really losing my voice, my dear. So 15, my favorite chapter. It's my top 3 easy chapter based on my judgment, okay? I feel like this is top 3 easy chapter in MX, okay? So they say 15. Table 4 shows the information for 4 ingredients used to make a type of cake. So you're making a cake, okay? So my dear, price is always the symbol of Q. Some teacher use P, but I use Q lah. So this is Q21. This is Q23. You know why I'm using Q, right? Because the formula that provided in SPM using Q. Let me double check again. Yeah, they're using Q. They call it quantity. So price index is actually the symbol of I, 23 over 21. So every single thing labeled nicely lah, okay? Wait I 23 over 21. Okay, first one, A. Find the value of X, find the value of Y. Easy peasy. So isn't it X come from here? X is actually what? I. So isn't it can use your I formula. All you guys need to do is sub inside. Okay? So the X come from this row. So the X is the I. So the Q, always remember 23 put on top, 21 put at the bottom because the X represent I, 23 over 21. So 23 is 27 ringgit 50 cents, 21 is 25 ringgit. Isn't it 27 ringgit 50 cents over 25 ringgit times 100? So 27.5 divided by 25 times 100. I guess getting the X answer 110. Got the answer, update or diagram. 110, that means increase 10%. Other than that, they asked me to find Y. Y is a Q. So remember, the only formula that includes Q is actually the first formula. So we are using the first formula again. So the Y come from this row. This row, the I is what? 150. Isn't it? The I is 150. The Q got these two. 22 ringgit 50 cents and Y. So isn't it the new one, 22 ringgit 50 cents on top? The Y at the bottom times 100. 150 divided by 100. Isn't it 1.5 equals to 22.5 divided by Y. Divide by Y, move up times Y. Times move down, divide. Are you guys getting the Y answer? 15 ringgit. No need to write RM because they already write RM on top. So it's fine. Done. 3 marks. Why so weird one? Here one, here one. I think this working one. I think these two working together one. Okay? So A done. Let's move on B. B I do here. B they say the composite index, guys. Remember, index is I. Composite index is I with a dash. Okay? Composite index for the cost making the cake. 23 based on 21. Okay, is 127.5. So instead of ask you the composite index, they give you the composite index. Okay. Other than that, the ratio. Ratio is what? Weightage. For this chapter, ratio is always the weightage. So the weightage for A, B, C, D is 3, 2, M, 4. That's what they provide. Now they say find the value of M. So M is actually what? Is part of the ratio. Ratio means the weightage. That means you want to find the weightage out. How do you find the weightage out? So to find the weightage out, you must have a formula that include weightage, which is quite obvious, the composite index formula. So this is the formula. We just sub inside. Can. Sub. So I times W. So guys, remember, I times W must row by row times. Okay, right here. 110 times 3 plus 112.5 times 2 plus 150 times the M plus 120 times 4. My student lose their marks is because they never write the weightage. They never write 3 plus 2 plus M plus 4. So yeah, nowadays you guys cannot straight away say 4, 3, 2, 9, 9 plus M. No, you must write the whole thing out. Okay, equivalent to 127.5. Those I can press, 110 times 3 plus 112.5 times 2 plus 120 times 4. Just those value itself is 1035. So the 150 times M is 150 M. Denominator, 3 plus 2 plus 4. The bottom I get 9 plus M. Equivalent to 127.5. Move around, divide, move up times. Times 127.5. Are you guys getting 1147.5 plus 127.5 M. Equivalent to this. Okay? M and M can combine them together. 150 minus 127.5. Are you guys getting 22.5 M equals to 1147.5 minus 1035. Isn't it 112.5? So the M answer times, move it over, divide. Yes, got it. Yay! My M answer is 5. You guys get that? Hey, how many marks? 2 marks. This one 1 marks, this working 1 marks. The working must look exactly like that, my dear. Cannot straight away add together one. No. Okay, move on. C. It is expected that the price of the cake is the whole thing, not individual, but whole thing, increased by 20%. Guys, increased by 20%, that means the index is 120. Don't tell me, teacher, can I take the previous one plus 20? No. The moment they say increase by what, straight away write the value out. It based on 100 increase how much, right? So it doesn't affect it based on the previous price index. No, okay? So this 120 is for cake. So whenever it's for individual, it's I. If for overall, then it's I dash. So this I dash 23 to 25. So the new year put on top, the older year put at the bottom. Which I tell you the I dash 25 over 23 is 120. You must be able to write this out, okay? So guys, C1, I do it here, yeah? C1, they say fine. Find the composite index, I dash, for the cost of making the cake, you see, still doing the everything. 25 and 21 as the base year. So they'll find I dash 25 over 21. So I hope you guys realize that you guys already have the I dash 25, 23. And here, you guys have the I dash 23, 21. So you have 2 I dash, but the year is different now. So like that, isn't it total? You guys involve 3 years. So whenever involve 3 years, based on what I taught you guys can use smiley face method. Put the year in sequence. This smiley face method maximum only can do 3 years. Don't do more than 3 years, okay? Maximum only 3 years, okay? So 21, 23, 25. So 23, 25 is 120. So 23, 25, isn't it the connection is on the right eyes? So the right eyes is 120. Next one, you also know 21, 23 is 127.5. 21, 23, isn't it? Is the left eyes, 127.5. Now, you want to find 21, 25, isn't it? You want to find the mouth part. So how do you guys find the mouth part? Isn't it can do smiley face method. Smiley face method, guys, always remember the bottom one. I call it the mouth, C. It's always equal to the left eyes times the right eyes divided by 100. So 127.5 times 120 divided by 100. Are you guys getting 153? Done. Next one. Second one. State the price of the cake. Remember, you're doing the cake. Because cake, that means it's everything. Everything must refer to I dash. So they'll find a price. Price is the Q. The Q for 2025. They say if the price, which is the Q for 2021 is RM 100 ringgit. I hope you guys know every single time you want to find the price is always using the first formula. Because only the first formula include Q. The rest of the formula, no Q. Okay? Sub inside. So remember, 25 put on top, 21 put at the bottom. So 25 how much? Don't know. 21 how much? 100 ringgit. Isn't it times 100? Remember, you're doing 25, 21. Your I must put 25, 21. If you're doing cake, you should put I dash 25, 21. And guys, I dash 25, 21, isn't it just now you found? Which is what? 153. 153, that means increase 53%. Okay? 153 divided by 100 times 100. This is money, right? RM. Isn't it RM? 153 ringgit. Done. Okay? The third one. Find the percentage increase. So guys, percentage increase actually is just finding the I. Like you see, increase 20%, you're able to write 120. So if I'm able to find the I, isn't it, I will know how much they increase. All right? So just find the I. So they're going to find the I for C. Look carefully, it's not cake, just C. 2021 to 2025. So they're going to find I 25 over 21. Later on, I teach you how, okay? They say E, the price for other ingredients. So guys, on top, you guys can see the ingredient got A, B, C, D. So C is the one they ask you to find, where they say other. Other is who? A, B, D. A, B, D, what happened? Remain unchanged. So all of them didn't increase. Only C got increased. Then they ask you, C increased how much? Like that, okay? They say from the year 2023 to 2025. So guys, remember, who remained unchanged? A, B, D. They remain unchanged for 2021 to 2025? No. It's 2023 to 2025. Okay, let me teach you guys first, because they got a lot of year, maybe very confusing. So look, you want to find the I, 25 over 21 for C. So you better everything focus on 25, 21. But they tell you that they remain unchanged. The ABD, they remain unchanged. But it's not 21 to 25, It's 23 to 25. It's only different year, correct? So guys, remain unchanged. Please remember, remain unchanged, that means the price index is 100. Don't take the previous one, like previous 110, you thought it's 110. No, that is not remain unchanged. That one is continue increase then, okay? So remain unchanged means 100. 23 to 25. Let me show you guys here. You have the I, 23, 21. Okay? I write another I, 25, 23. Because you look carefully, you say 23 to 25. So you able to write the I, 25 over 23. New year on top, over year at the bottom. So they say A, B, D remain unchanged. So isn't it A is 100, B is 100, D is 100. The only thing you don't know is C. Let's call it K lah. Okay? Okay, never mind. I just put a question marks. This is what you want to find. Okay? So remember, now these questions, you want to do 25, 21. So you need to have an I for 25, 21. So this is I 25, 23. This is I 25, 23. Can see? This is I 23, 21. But you want to do 25, 21. So then you need to combine these two purple color one together. How to combine? Super easy. Draw a smiley face again, because it involves 3 years. You can do accordingly. See, 21, 23, 25. Now you want to find 25, 21. You want to find the mouth part. So you need to have the left eyes, you need to have the right eyes. So 25, 23 is 100 here. Then 23, 21 is 110 here. So always, how do we find the mouth with the left eyes and the right eyes? Isn't it left eyes times right eyes divided by 100? Is 110. Not really need to show the working, but I show you the working now, okay? 110. This one, isn't it 100 times 112.5 divided by 100? Is still 112.5. This one, 100 times 120 divided by 100. Isn't it still 120? This one, don't know. So that one I call it K. Okay? So now you exactly want to find the percentage increase for C 2021 to 2025. So 2021 to 2025, the C value, isn't it? That means you exactly just want to find the K answer. So how do I find the K answer, my dear? So what do I have about 25, 21? I have the I dash. So I can use the I dash to terbalik find back the K answer. Let me show you guys how. I'm doing 25, 21. So 25, 21, isn't it the I dash is 153. So remember, if you're doing I dash 25, 21, the rest of them must using I 25, 21 as well. So I 25, 21, isn't it this one? So 110 times 3. Plus, next one, 112.5 times 2. Plus, next one, K times 5. Plus, next one, 120 times 4. Divide by total ratio. Cannot straight away total. Show the working. 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4. Okay? Press calculator now. Just to get the answer. Are you guys getting 1147.5 plus 5K? Then the bottom one, I move it over. 3 plus 3 plus 5 plus 4 times 153. Are you guys getting 2295? So plus 11447.5, move it over minus. So 1147.5. So the K answer times 5, move it over, divide by 5. Do you guys get 229.5? So that means, guys, the K, guys, look, the K exactly is the price index for 25 over 21. So isn't it the I 25 over 21 is actually 229.5. Now, don't stop here. People asking you the percentage increase, so your answer should be percentage. So this is already the answer. But remember, the base percentage is 100. So whenever you increase 20%, your price index is 120. Make sense? When you decrease 20%, your price index is 80. Correct? Now the amount so big, 100% is increased. But you didn't increase 229.5% because your base is 100. So 229.5 minus 100, isn't it that means you increase 129.5%? I should have the word increase in front. Increase 129.5%. Done. 5 marks all. This answer 1 marks. This answer 1 marks. This working, I remember, 1 marks. This answer itself 1 marks. Oh, here should have 3 marks. This answer itself 1 marks. Getting the K answer 1 marks. Doing this working 1 marks. And this question work 10 marks. Good job. Hopefully you guys all understand everything I say, and I will see you on the next one. Okay, remember to comment below if you understand what I say. I know I sound very tired because I'm tired, but I hope you guys able to understand, and I hope my voice you're able to hear me. Okay, because it's so hard to listen, right? Like I really saw through. Okay, so guys, see you next time. Bye bye.